Welcome back, Dungeoneers. It's Sunday afternoon, and that can only mean one thing. Wait for it. Hold. It's time to play Dungeons and Dragons. You're watching
sure.
Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with.
That's my word. You can't just take it from me.
I am David Wong. I play Nines, the Bexy Bard.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ansul. I'm being played by Nicole Bates. Did I do it right?
I'm Greg. I'm playing Zoria, playing Nines, the purple.
Well, now that we've sorted that out, I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress. Also, hello to all the eye listeners out
Ear
there.
watchers?
Ear watchers and eye listeners. Yeah. See, the
Which
best
one's your
part about
favorite?
this is, I like ear watchers. I like ear watchers the most. The best thing about that is that we got complaints before we recorded the episode that aired last week from when this one will air. So the ear watchers and eye listeners will think that they got a break from those terms, that we didn't carry on that joke. They're wrong.
We carry on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether the viewers like it or not.
But do you think I'll have a civil war between the two?
Between the ear watchers and the eye listeners?
Probably.
We'll have a poll about it on Twitter.
But who ear watches the ear watchers?
The ear watchers. That's terrible. I think we only have one announcement this week for our continuing sponsor, Geekified. Geekified is a tabletop gaming store out of Vinton, Iowa that takes online and in-store orders for all of your tabletop role-playing game needs. If you are interested in picking up when this broadcasts, it will have been a little bit after the release of the book set. What is it called?
The Rules Expansion gift set.
The Rules Expansion gift set, which has a
You can't
standard.
really buy it for yourself, then you have to either give it to somebody or wait for someone to give it to you.
No, you can treat yourself.
I mean, you can treat
Yeah,
yourself.
treat yourself.
You can.
No.
No.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
Like, you've never bought a gift set for yourself? That's the only way I buy alcohol, so I have 2 glasses to drink from.
I will only eat if it's from a gift basket.
Sorry, what was this about books?
The
They're
rules
for nerds.
The Rules Expansion gift set contains 3 books: Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, Xanthar's Guide to Everything, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and when we are recording this, as yet unreleased, but will obviously be released by the time this airs. What's the name of that?
Mordenkainen presents Monsters of the Multiverse.
Yes.
I think it's actually sort of a rehash of an older book that they've updated. I'm not 100%.
I believe that's correct.
Or it's a new debuting one, but it's I think it's supposed to let you update your monster races for playing as monster races.
In almost every edition of Dungeons and Dragons, they have at some point rolled out rules so that you can play as any of the monsters that are in the monster manual and have some sort of awakened version of some of these things, in the case of some of the beasts, or taking them as racial class structures for players. And this is the version for 5th edition, which I think took them actually less time than in previous ones where they'd rolled that out.
Yeah. But the alt-cover art's pretty cool looking, too, for the set.
Yeah, it comes in this old white gift box, really slick looking, super cool, and that will be out once this episode airs. So if you are looking to pick that up and treat yourself, or maybe give a gift to someone, then you can head over to Geekified's website or into their store. Their website is geekifiediowa.com. and you can pick up a copy by ordering it online there. So thank you, Geekified, for continuing to support the show. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who supports Geekified, because by helping them, you help us. Yeah. I think that's the announcements we got. Oh, one other quasi-announcement that I forgot is that we have started a couple new streams. Nicole and I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV and Destiny 2 on and off. We're still working on a schedule for when we are going to be doing that regularly, but we will be doing that regularly, and we're just trying to find the right time within our schedules to make that happen.
But you can keep an eye out if you subscribe to our Twitch channel for the announcements when we go live.
Exactly. And just like the show, we are uploading all of those play sessions to our YouTube channel. Those will typically, be done the Monday following whenever we stream them. And we are also uploading all of the art streams that we had been doing over to YouTube.
Model painting and all that. Yep.
Exactly. And they are up there now. And we will be continuing to upload those. And they, just like the video game streams, will probably go up the Monday after we broadcast them on Twitch. So if you want to catch up on those, head over to our YouTube channel, and you can always watch us live right here on Twitch. Yeah, good. I remember that. I think that's all.
I hope so.
All right. So, Dungeoneers, let's roll.
Ah!
That was magic.
Really?
He's scary.
Last week on Dice and Dungeons, the party delved deeper into the an-Risto ruins and quickly discovered that they were still on the trail of Brucalion. They traded blows with his men and learned of the twisted magics used by the Grotfell Ulfstein family to keep their employees in line. After running into the man himself, the party had a brief discussion where Brucalion attempted to bribe them into leaving the city. The party, however, declined the offer,
2-1.
and Brucalion sealed himself away behind the shifting walls of the city. When trying to chase after the man, the party went deeper into the ruins, and that is where we now rejoin them. And when we left off, the room that you were in was one with a very large tree in it that I had been describing as a very furry tree. You had
It was like a fey tree, right?
Yeah.
That's what Dole told me.
Yeah, it's a fey tree, you believe? I mean, Dole hasn't seen it to be sure, but he was pretty certain it was some sort of fey tree. It had furry foliage, not dissimilar to kind of like the Lorax truffula tree, but it did have much more gnarly branches, not this kind of palm tree-esque shape that you see in the Lorax. And this room that you're in is quite large, probably 100 feet wide.
Did
The
I
tree stands in the center.
did I look for seeds or fruit on this tree last time? I'm trying to remember.
Can't remember if you did, because it's been a little while. But if you'd like to, you can make an
Yes.
attempt.
Yes. Yes. Always.
Sure.
Make it attempt.
Okay, go ahead.
What am I attempting though? What?
Right.
Weren't we talking to Dole?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doll, are you
Doll's
okay?
still on the line. Say
Yeah.
hello to Doll
Doll?
for me.
I am perfectly fine.
You just things got really weird at the end of our conversation,
That you're still having.
and it's been a week.
Well, I was saying that we need to conclude the session so that all of the ear watchers out there
What's that?
can
What's
get on with their day.
what's a session? And then what's an ear watcher? It's a weird, gross term.
Maybe Doll is in an interdimensional vortex or something, and he's.
No, I'm quite safe within my residence at the moment.
I
Are we on speaker?
yeah. No, that's not how it works. It's like a sending stone, isn't it?
Say hello to Doll for me.
He can hear the other end.
Also, says hi.
You may tell Ulsa that I said hello.
That's a weird thing to say in the middle of
He
conversation.
said, "Who's Ulsa?" You know the tall guy, green armor.
Yes, I am aware of who Ulseth is.
Oh, okay. Hey, so if this was a Fey tree doll,
Yes.
where would the seeds be?
It depends on if it is in its maturation cycle.
It looks pretty mature. Probably rated R at least.
Is it covered in fur?
Yeah.
It is unlikely to bear seeds.
Oh. Are there more than two? Would there be more than two bear seeds?
The fur is used to protect the seeds when they are dropped from the tree. They take the fur with them
Where?
to wherever they find a suitable location.
Wow, okay. What would the seeds look like?
Large pods with series of legs.
Oh. How many legs?
It varies from 1 to 15.
There's one.
One leg.
Okay. Alright, well,
wonder if it points to it.
thank you, I guess. That's disturbing
So is the
information.
seed like a one-night stand?
Why? The seeds of many of Feywild's trees are quite interesting.
I suppose that's true. I just have never gotten the chance to go.
They can make very adorable pets until they attempt to eat you.
Are they carnivorous?
No,
Oh. Why would they attempt to eat you then?
they're not the brightest things out there.
Oh. Do you have one?
No. A colleague of mine did.
Did?
I no longer have the colleague.
Oh. Who was it?
The colleague's name was Orkmond.
Orkmond?
Yes.
Are they from... What was the name of that country that he's from?
That who's from?
Dole.
Um,
The one that's like broken off from Ghosteria.
oh, yes, I am blanking on it right now.
Were they from that country that you're from?
You can't remember where you are.
That's the name of that country.
No.
Well, where are you right now? Like, what country?
All right. I'm pulling up my list of all the countries, and you're gonna have to wait because
Do you have any other questions you want to ask Dole? Do you want to talk to Dole?
You want to talk to Doll?
I would disinfect that. It's been in my ear.
Why would I be worried about that?
Okay.
Just
Do you
watch
have
it.
a bunch of ear watchers in your ear?
I don't know. I can't
Just watch
see.
it. I'm watching it.
No, it's mine. My goal is nines.
hello, Nines.
How are you?
I am present. How are you?
Not too bad. Is it true that trees bite is worse than bark? Because of deep people.
I believe that that is accurate. Yes.
Does that mean it's safe to eat?
No.
Do you know for certain?
Most things in the Feywild have a deleterious effect if consumed.
What does that mean?
Delicious effect.
It hurts you.
Delicious really hurt me?
If that is how you wish to conceive of that, then yeah.
Well, then I'm going to lick the tree. I'll let you talk to Soria.
I'm just licking the tree. Should I be worried?
Does he seem to be having any ill effect?
No more than usual.
No more than usual.
Is his tongue covered in fur?
Yep.
Well, it's just normal.
But I think that's just a tabaxi.
He should be fine. He may have the enzyme necessary to process some of the material on the bark as well as the sap.
What's an enzyme?
It is a small biological component.
Did you find out where he is yet?
Like a pinky?
Yes. Like a pinky.
Oh, okay. How many fingers do you have?
The name of the country that I live in is Ilsirin, just in case you were wondering.
I knew that.
Well, I hold up my hand to show you how many fingers I have. Theater of the mind.
His hand's turned into a kitty paw. Should I be worried?
Is he not a tabaxi?
Yeah?
I believe that is part of their normal anatomy.
Maybe you should just come here and answer all our questions.
I don't believe that is the most prudent thing to do.
Why would it derail the campaign?
I believe that it would have an unwanted effect on all of the people currently involved in your recording session.
What? Okay, I have one last question and then I'll let you go.
Yes.
Do you regret giving me this thing?
No, I do not.
Oh,
I find it entertaining.
wow. Okay.
That's high praise.
All right.
Not only does it cause me joy, it seems to entertain the viewers as well.
Oh, what? The what?
I'm going to sleep now. Good night.
Okay, good night.
Like, so I should make
You seem
noise.
you had seemed to be baffled by some of the things you heard from Dole.
I think he's still dealing with some of his extra dimensional trauma.
You didn't ask him.
We're just assuming.
I can diagnose random people based on a single conversation.
I do that all the time on the internet.
Proficiency in medicine.
Yeah, but so do I. What does that tell
Did
you?
you learn anything from Dole that would be useful to us?
No. Honestly, not really.
The
That
The
was
tree is probably from the Feywild,
Yes, I learned that he does not know if it's poisonous or not. You should try licking it.
but you already did.
Yes, I did. Olsef hasn't.
Oh yeah, it could work on different biologies.
I do not like licking fuzzy trees.
Have you
I
ever?
thought you like licking me.
No. I do not. So
good.
go.
I'm going.
I think
to
we
try
find
and get
ourselves-
a small branch off the tree.
Okay.
Just collect a small branch.
Yeah, Gloria, kill that tree.
You can reach up and grab a branch.
I'm thinking I was just gonna try and grow another one somewhere.
It's like opposite of killing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What? What are you doing?
So I think we have found ourselves even deeper in this maze of rooms.
We're in one room.
Yes, we are in one room at a time. That is the way of it.
Yeah.
So
What else is in this
what
room?
is
There were some benches, right?
Yes,
ah?
I can show you all.
Mm-hmm. That would help.
There are 4 benches and there are 4 of us. Is that a coincidence?
What? Oh yeah, the captain's here. I was like, 3 of us. Captain, what do you
Yeah.
think of this situation?
I think that you all are doing wonderful.
I am going to sit on one of the benches. I go sit on the north. I'm going to sit on the northeast bench.
Okay.
Does anything happen when I sit on the bench?
9 says I'm comfortably close to you.
It's like a lot of bench.
9, there are 4 benches. We each have one.
But look at this one.
Is there anything else in the corners of the room? Or
No, not really. Think of this as like the quad.
Because it has 4 benches.
Sure, yeah. On the ground, you might remember that I had described an intricate fractal pattern created within the floor, spiraling out constantly from the tree's center. And the room, like I said, is very large, approximately 100 feet wide. And the ceiling is different here. It seems to perhaps be enchanted to let in daylight. It's not like the other lights that you had seen throughout other parts of the ruins, where almost a panel in the wall or the ceiling would glow. This, you look up and it looks like the sky, but you can also see the edges of this enchantment area, and it just turns back into the ceiling that you expect to be there. It doesn't feel like a window or a hole looking up.
I look under the benches for things that fall under benches. You know, loose change, subway tokens,
You find
snack wrappers.
a few of those wooden coins.
Oh, how many wooden coins?
Let's see. Find four wooden coins under the bench you're sitting on.
Who's holding the coins?
I have them in my bag.
I give you the extra 4. You can add them to your wooden coin inventory.
Is there anything carved in the benches, like, or the tree?
Like Wolfnut's nerve, hearts, Marknips.
What?
Unpronounceable words.
You're looking to see if there's any graffiti under there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, specifically, is that cool S on there?
It's everywhere.
Yeah, that cool S. That cool S is under there.
Yes.
I've never seen. Is there a
Hashtag
special
cool ass.
symbol?
No, it's just cool.
What, like
Have you never seen it?
it's a rune of cold. Are you drawing the cool S for me? I copy the cool S down next to my pain runes in my journal.
Okay.
Any
So you're looking for other graffiti?
Yeah.
There's some,
I give up.
Is there chewing gum stuck on the bottom of the bench?
Is that in your world?
You know, I can't recall as I've ever had a discussion with anyone about whether chewing gum exists within like a high fantasy setting.
In any fantasy setting at all? Are we breaking
It's in
new ground?
Cyberpunk.
This is something that has never happened?
I mean, yeah, it's in like sci-fi stuff because we have it now, but chewing gum is a fairly recent, food innovation. And I don't know, is it? I mean, we have magic. I don't see why you couldn't have chewing gum. Like, magic is just sort of
that's a
the
real
cheat.
parallel thing.
You know?
Magic chewing gum, almost.
He's like, why don't you have X? And you're just like, oh, well, because we haven't invented the technology for that in this setting. It's like, you have literal magic. So why couldn't you have chewing gum?
So is there some?
Sure, yeah. There's chewing gum in the world now.
How much?
You just got magicked chewing gum into the world.
But is it stuck under the bench?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the big
That's,
question.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure that's where that's where it's produced. Is
That's
directly
where-
underneath the bench.
So is it,
And desks.
so is it ancient changeling chewing gum, or does it look more recent? Oh, I guess it must be.
It must. It's
changeling,
got to be ancient changeling chewing gum.
right.
It's a lot of gray and beige
Like-
colors.
How old is this chewing gum?
Older than you. It's quite old.
Huh.
There are 24 pieces to be found under the first bench you look under, which is the bench Ulseth has been sitting on. There's also a bit of etched, because it's their changelings. They wouldn't just like carve, more shape the bench
right.
to like. So it looks a little different. It looks almost like it was, meant, put there on purpose by the original designer. It's so cleanly created. So graffiti under there that you can't read. You do find some graffiti.
Is it just writing, or are there pictures?
I mean, there's a picture.
Is there like a what is it? Kilroy was here.
There's some pictures. None of them really mean anything to you. They're just sort of shapes and images of like different caricatures. You have no
Yeah.
context for what
No,
their
like-
meaning could be.
Smiley faces, and other than the cool ass.
And there's the cool ass. This like face that's got like a tongue sticking out, just like "Ah."
Is there a cool graffiti that says Nines was here?
No.
Can I imagine that there's a cool graffiti that says Nines is here?
Sure. Go ahead and make a wisdom check.
Guidance.
Do you know what? Did I announce that?
It's obvious. That's what Nines would do here.
It's just sitting there like,
I am proficient in insight. I know what you're gonna do.
not how that
Wisdom
works.
check. That will be 18.
For a moment, you are able to create this image of this sort of stylized, cartoonish image of yourself.
Oh.
And
Problem is, everyone thinks it's either Heathcliff or Garfield.
you're kind of given like a thumbs up, and it says Nines was here. So you're like, but then it fades. You can't get the image to hold.
Alright, I'm going to put my hand on it and try and do the same thing. So it says Nines was here and has that picture that I just saw. But then it's gonna also have the was here crossed out and says sucks underneath in different handwriting.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Make a wisdom check.
Guidance. 24.
You managed to pretty convincingly create that, and you make it hold long enough for it to remain visible for a minute or two, but you can see it slowly fading.
What? Let's just leave this room quick. I mean, you don't need to look at this
Did you want some of this gum?
for science.
Is Olsef chewing on it right now?
No, I didn't.
You mean for science?
Yeah, for some.
Shattering into little shards.
Sure. I'll take a little bit of parchment paper and take my dagger and scrape gum off
Okay.
into it and write for science on the parchment.
Okay.
When we meet science, he or she may
As
very
you-
much want this.
What?
As you scrape it off, it is still tacky and chewy.
No, that makes it worse.
Really good gum.
Maybe.
Is that how you determine the quality of gum? Is after a few millennia, it's still gummy.
Yep. That is the
it's
test.
still gummy. It might still have a flavor.
I sniff the gum, but I don't get any closer than like 2 inches to it.
Like from underneath the bench.
No, the gum, the science gum.
It smells lightly sweet and a bit of a citrus sort of note. what I want the viewers to walk away from here is it smells like fruit stripe.
Clearly lasts a lot longer too.
One, two,
They're not
and it's
responsible
out.
either.
So Zoria, have
Yeah.
you collected your specimen of tree?
Yes, I got a stick.
Like the one solid Family Guy joke. Ooh, fruit stripe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
that's the one solid Family Guy joke.
And Nines, have you collected enough fuzz on your tongue?
No.
So,
Someone's gonna have to clean that up later, and it ain't gonna be me.
so there's a hallway to the east.
Yeah, right.
There is a hallway.
We're not trapped in a doorless room.
Not showing my cursor on there, but yes, there is a hallway.
Okay.
Over
I walk in that direction and beckon everyone to follow me.
So nice.
Beckon.
Yes.
Do you think these front benches are nailed down? Also, it's like having a little arm spasm over there.
I was beckoning.
Oh, you are beckoning. Oh, why didn't you just say, come on over here?
I am leaving this room in the hallway to the east. If you wish to follow, do so.
I sit on the bench.
Okay.
I go with Austin.
And the captain comes along because
And I say, wow,
That's
it's
how
really
they do.
cool going to the east. East for sure.
Indeed, it is. It is the coolest thing I've ever done.
Well, if the captain does it. It must be cool.
yeah,
The captain's
But you
so
can't.
cool. Yeah, you're
Tell me what to do.
not invited.
you can't come.
I go into the room to the east.
Let me pull up the description for that one.
Nines, you want some gum?
Well, it tastes good.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
Insight check. You should give me guidance. I got a 24. Are you lying?
I'm definitely not sure if it tastes good.
So,
Ryan's just
the room that you enter,
to his mouth.
the room that you enter.
Is it good?
We're not gonna address it.
No, we're not. The room that you enter is a fairly small area. It has some tattered old chairs, creates a lobby of sorts. There is a window and the desk behind it. And all of the walls in this area are bars. Don't think like prison bars.
Like tavern bars?
No, they're. What you're looking at is sort of a secure area for storage. You're able to sort of piece this together. Think of it like going to a bank when
Oh, I was in a bank.
you want to use
Oh, yeah, by the river.
Mm-hmm.
a
Or
security
the lake,
deposit
actually. It
box.
was by the lake where Sturmgrimmy was.
When you want to use that,
I miss
there might
Sherman.
be an enclosed area surrounded by bars or a cage of some sort, like chain link, that separate that area to keep things a little bit more secure. This area has rows and rows of shelves beyond these bars and behind the desk on the other side of this window that you can see. And there's a small pass-through hole by that window that leads to a desk on the other side. The pass-through is about 10 inches wide, about 3 inches tall, something that you could slide like a hefty book through.
Are there anything on the shelves?
Many of the shelves that you can see are bare, but there is the occasional box and other containers, small barrels.
Barrels.
There's even a firkin on one shelf.
Was in a good
What's a
condition.
firkin?
What did you say, Wong?
Is it in good condition? A
Sure.
good condition.
I mean, you think it is. You can only see it. There's many rows of shelves that you can't see that sit beyond this.
Then how do we know they're there?
There is a door.
We can't see them.
You can see the shelving, but you can't see the shelves.
Oh, we can't see the content.
Yeah,
Okay, I see what you're like. They're sideways or something.
Yeah, you're catching them at an angle. You can't really see
okay.
what's there, but you can see their presence.
Okay.
There are presents in here.
Oh, did you hear that? Nine's present.
There is a single door to your right that seems to have some sort of lock on it.
Door that goes into the cage.
Yeah, it goes into the caged area.
What's the lock look like?
It looks like one of those slots that you had seen.
The one that was in that weird room.
Yes.
Sir, go pick the lock.
I know the room you're thinking of. It's the one that I had described as being like a band competition judging
yeah.
area.
Blind edition room.
Yeah.
That we know what that is, but that's what it was.
Nines, why don't you get through the door? The DM said that it was single.
I try to open the door.
It's locked. The handle won't move down.
I try with increased frequency and aggravation to try to open the door.
You're just like shaking it.
It doesn't get any more open.
All right, I don't think this worked on the previous slot lock thing, but I'm gonna try and pick it.
Okay, go right ahead.
You want me to get out of the way first?
I'm
No,
gonna
you're fine.
No, you just keep breaking. You just
Open
keep
up.
shaking it. You know.
the image here so you can get
That
an
little
idea.
line. Yeah.
It's so this area up. I'm gonna try to get my cursor up. Yeah, up here. I'm moving my cursor around. This is the area that you find yourself in. This is the small room next to the door that's on your right.
Okay.
Over on the southern edge of this room, there are a series of small but high tables that, for us, are a little reminiscent of like a voting booth. There's high walls on the side of the tables to afford who's ever using them a bit of privacy. Presumably, if you're looking through some sort of storage container, you don't want everyone to know exactly what's in it, you would get one of these tables.
I'm going to get out my lockpicks, turn into Dromar.
Is that necessary? Is that a necessary part of it?
confidence.
Oh, wow.
I pull out my Custodian flash grenade to blind myself.
All right, well, I'm not going to make you roll that dexterity saving throw since you're just staring at it.
All right, let's do this.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give
Make a
myself
lockpicking check.
guidance.
I start fashioning a giant burlap sack with a $sign on it to put over Dromar.
Actually, I can make that happen with my glamored armor. So we'll do so.
So this is
Nines has an internal thought,
Dromar and a staff.
and Soria takes action on it.
I have proficiency and insight. I knew that's what we wanted.
About how that works.
Sorry, you have been working on this lock for almost 5 minutes now. That is a good sign. It takes you 5 minutes to open locks.
Well, I am Droma.
Whoa, I rolled pretty good. 24. Wait, no. 26. I have proficiency now.
I just like the pretty good in this. Expecting like, ooh, maybe I did a thing.
26 to unlock this door.
As you put the lock-picking tools into this slot and begin to attempt to manipulate it,
No, if I screw this up, it's Dromar's fault.
You don't feel any tumblers or other mechanisms of a traditional lock. You do feel a couple of basically you can't tell if they're like a hole or an indentation, but you can get a tool in this and a few like round elements that sit on the sides, but you have no idea what's behind them, and this has nothing to do with traditional locks, so you're just at a loss for what you could do in here.
I have a great idea.
Yes?
I'll turn back
Okay.
into the story.
I take Dromar's blasting powder that I had and I shove it in the hole.
Oh god.
I don't think it's an actual lock.
That's right, this is not the actual key. I light the fuse and I run off.
I will as well.
I will, Captain and I will run away too.
So you try to take the blasting powder and shove it in this little slot.
Yes, that's my attempt.
Okay. I'm gonna say like this, the slot for this, it's about the thickness of like, it's a little bit thinner than my phone. So putting a bag of blasting powder in that isn't,
You pour it in.
it's not really achievable.
If I pour it in, won't it just come out the other side?
I don't know how this thing works.
I mean, the slot that you're looking at, you can look in. You don't see the other side. There's some illumination in this room, although not much. But you can't see the other side. You do. I mean, you have dark vision, so when you look into this slot, you can see the back of it. It's flat. So inserting loose blasting powder in there will be a little bit hard. You have to find like a way to kind of pour and then shove back in there if you really want to try this. But you wouldn't be able to shove just a bag in there.
I can take a dagger, kind of shove it in there.
Why don't you just if you want to pour powder into the slot, like take some paper and fold it.
Because I have an intelligence of 8.
Oh, right.
It's my idea was to stab it in there.
I watch as Nine stabs powder into a slot,
Very slowly.
and I turn to the captain and say, "You who are Captain Bob, are you Captain Bob today?"
I am Captain, and whatever name you would like to call me.
Well, Captain, whatever name you would like to call me. This is most entertaining, watching Nine's attempt to put powder into this slot.
I agree.
Shall we banter while he is doing that?
Absolutely. And banter we shall.
Okay.
So do you see that float going by there?
Since this
I
is,
heard that all of the flowers grown for that float took more than 300,000 gallons of water.
Oh, and where did all that water come from?
Well, they had to bring that water in special from the island of Silcine.
Silcini water.
Yes, Silcinian water indeed.
so is this gonna take about an hour? Can I take a short rest?
It won't take an hour.
Are you sure? 9 won't take an hour.
I mean, if you want to... So are you like just a couple grains of black powder at a time?
He's like
On the edge of
putting black powder in and then trying to shove it in really quick.
Okay.
I mean, give me a-
I wouldn't mind restoring my hit points from that last battle with a short rest and also getting my wild shape back.
I mean, you can take a short rest.
Let us all take a short rest while Nines is putting 2 grains of powder at a time into the slot
Yeah.
with his knife.
Like I'm bored of this program already. I'm taking short rest.
So you put some black powder into this little card slot. Understood. Go ahead and take your short rest. An hour passes.
I only rolled a 1 for my healing.
I guess I can play a song of.
Yeah.
A song of die rolling.
What are you playing a song of?
Song of resting. So you get an extra d6 if you spend a.
Oh, great. That actually heals me up fully by adding that.
I have used my roll dice, and I am now healed up too.
Because otherwise, I only got a 1 on my hit die.
Perfect.
So your song of rest did something useful.
So now that
So something useful. Useful.
so nines, you who are 9,
Yes.
do you have enough powder in there now to make a boom?
Oh,
Oh,
You want to use a piece of paper as a funnel?
show me.
No. You can figure it out.
I ask for a piece of paper, and I make it into a funnel. Here, see, you may pour the powder into the big side, with the little side in the slot, and the powder will go from the big side to the little side into the slot.
This is quite the plan. Mm-hmm. So I use the funnel to put as much black powder into that hole as I possibly can.
All right. You get it to the point where it's pretty full of black powder.
Well,
Between you using the funnel and kind of shoving some in the back with your knife, it now has a bit of black powder in there.
we'll put a fuse on there.
Do you have
Like
a fuse?
Guys, with the stuff I stole from Dromar.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume since Dromar gave this to you that it came with a fuse.
Otherwise, I can just set the paper on fire.
Yes.
You know, that just won't be as.
Yeah, you just set the paper.
Exciting.
Oh, yeah, it might be more exciting. It might just immediately catch on fire and explode when I'm next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
The idea
it's
with
already
the
what's in
fuse is to
there.
give you enough time to get to a safe place.
The paper's already in there.
I think it was in my hand. Anyway, we'll light the fuse and then run away.
Yeah,
At
well,
least I'll run away.
I'm running
All
away.
right.
Captain, do you want to run away too?
I'm gonna just roll for damage, see what happens to the door.
It does get a DC 13 dexterity save.
Oh, well, okay. It fails. It fails the dexterity saving throw.
What is the dex save bonus on a door?
It has none.
Oh,
There's no dexterity. It's an inanimate object.
So what
And
happened?
so you hear a loud crack as the quantity of black powder in the slot goes off. And you come back and it's hard there. There's some kind of scoring around it. And you can see that it's kind of screwed up. You've ripped this little slot open.
You have broken the slot.
You see, if we open it up. I grab the handle.
Doesn't open.
I try hard.
It does not.
Well, either way.
now if we find the key, it's gonna work really well.
You notice after a minute that the slot is sort of reconstructing itself.
Does anyone have more black powder?
I think you took all of it.
I have a raven bar. I will try the raven bar on the door.
Okay.
So I push it in and then
Make a strength check. We've got the Raven bar out and we're trying to bend pick bars again. We're back here.
no.
It's just like the sewers in Nordfeld.
We are very good at not opening things with bars and raven bars. I've been able to bend one of these bars ever before, so maybe this
So
time
what
it will
you-
not work.
Are you trying to tell me that your heart just wasn't in this one?
11.
I mean, you didn't strain yourself on this. You tried. You're starting to learn that most of these bars, like in the universe, just don't bend.
I'm going to put my hand on the bars and try to mentally will them to like open up so that
Okay.
you can get through them.
All right.
Because we're in a changeling city.
Wisdom check.
I don't. 12.
12. As you attempt to do this and start thinking of that door opening,
Uh-huh.
you feel the material pushing back on you. Almost like shoving the thought back into your head and rejecting it and rejecting you. And although no physical force is applied to you, you feel repelled away from the wall.
So Zoria, what has happened?
I was rejected.
By a door?
Yeah. Even though it's single.
Well then, there must be very valuable things in here that we must get. How do we get in?
Well, there's one more option. How big was the pass-through thing? By the desk?
The pass-through thing, it's about 3 inches tall, 10 inches wide. I said you could fit like a hefty book through.
Or an animal?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
I try to squeeze through the hole.
As you put your hand through, I'm guessing you start with your hand.
No, you just get your head in.
As you put your hand in there, not too very far past the threshold, you feel like you're pushing into incredibly thick sort of jello, and then further it becomes stiffer and firmer and harder until you can't possibly push any further in, and your hand kind of is bounced back out.
It feels like putting a hand in Soria's bread pudding.
I've already turned into a squirrel at this point.
All right.
And I'm going to climb up on to the... Is the desk on like both sides?
No, the desk is on the side
So I have
you
to
are
like
not.
climb up a wall.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
if you're a squirrel, I've seen squirrels jump high enough where you could just like jump up onto the little
I'm gonna
ledge.
try and go through the slot as a squirrel.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Saving throw.
Yes.
Eight.
Now make a Dexterity saving throw.
What's the dexterity on a squirrel?
I'm gonna say they get a +3 bonus.
18.
As you jump up
Uh-huh.
and kind of make an agile little leap that would carry you right through the pass-through, you hit this same barrier that Nines was just beginning to describe. You go in just no more than a centimeter and are thrown back, flying across the room,
Oh, Zoria, you are a flying
and you land near the doorway.
Yes, it looks like
Android
Rocky
this room?
Landing.
I rolled an 18. I want to do a superhero landing.
You're a squirrel.
The 3-point thing.
All right, you
that's
pull
all.
off a super squirrel landing where you kind of like dragging your little paw across because you're like knocked back. So it's one of those.
Does it make a... Right? That's great along
sure.
the ground. Okay.
Yeah, you've got the 3-point landing and kind
Uh-huh.
of like catching yourself, doing the cool. I got punched backwards by
Yeah.
Yeah. Is your tail all twitchy?
No. It's all puff.
Oh, big squirrel.
Okay.
Did I take damage?
No. You didn't
Oh.
take damage.
Oh, good. Let's try again.
Don't turn towards me.
And I aspirated something. I was so choked up watching here. landing. What? Did I startle my
I'm gonna try again.
Ulseth was very worried about Squirrel Soria. Squirria?
What do I do to try again?
Squirria.
You want
You want to try again?
Yeah.
You're flying across the room was very acrobatic.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 13.
Now make a Dexterity saving throw.
It was +3, so 10.
You are bounced back and you go skidding across the floor this time, not able to catch yourself. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Let me see how much health my squirrel has. Okay, I'm down to 1. I try again.
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
12.
I think you know what comes next.
16.
Again, you're bounced back across the room, but you manage to catch yourself and
So I'm okay, I'm still a squirrel.
you're still a squirrel.
Well, that was not nearly as impressive as the first one, but it was not bad.
I try again.
I think we should start scoring these landings.
Nat 1.
Yeah. Yep.
12.
You manage to catch yourself. You don't.
7 out of 10.
What? What is?
I'm getting rated.
We're scoring. We're scoring the landings.
I try again.
Okay.
Nat 1.
Well, you're getting all them rolls out, aren't you?
6 Dexter.
You take another point of damage,
I get knocked out of my squirrel form.
and Soria reappears on the stone
I
floor.
turn into a squirrel again. I
Really?
17.
17.
On save.
Okay, this time you hit the force field that's here, and you're kind of in it.
I feel like I could get through.
No,
I
it's
feel
not
like I could get through. Yeah.
you're in the force field, and you're able to hold yourself there. And the more you're pushing in, the harder it's getting to get through.
I keep pushing. I
Soria could make it through.
I've confirmed that I can get through this.
Soria is already 6
Make a
centimeters
strength
into
check.
the...
Strength check. What's the strength on a squirrel?
I'm gonna say -2.
-2. Almost as bad as some. Okay. 16.
You managed to
That's
push
better
your.
than 9s in most cases.
It's almost twice as good. You managed to push as far as you can to the point where it feels as though you're shoving yourself up against, a
larger squirrel.
like a cave wall. It's an immovable structure.
How far through? Just so I understand visually. Am I
Maybe 2 inches.
nice? So
Now,
I
what
can-
about a metric?
About 5 centimeters.
So I'm close. I'm gonna keep
You a
pushing.
little bitty squirrel? Soria, would you like me to push you?
I mean, there's quite a few inches of you left on the other side right now.
I'm
Let's
gonna-
go, sister.
I push Soria.
I probably should roll my health for this squirrel. I'm gonna keep going.
All right. Are you trying to push?
I'm pushing Soria.
Okay, make a strength check.
Five.
5 total.
5 total. With the bonus, which I am both.
You're being very gentle. Very, very gentle.
Put your back into it, Dolsaf.
Yes.
Of course Push that squirrel!
I try again. Oh, this time it's a 9, the best number.
Getting feeling slightly more confident in the squirrel crushing. You push a little harder.
I'm gonna keep trying to push
let's-
through as well.
Yeah, go ahead, roll a strength check.
-2, was it?
Yeah.
11.
Okay. You cannot move any further than where you're currently at. You keep struggling, and
What
your
she's
feet are kind
saying
of
is I can
flipping.
definitely get through this one.
Well, if there's anything I know about D&D players, it's that they will keep trying.
I gesture at Ulfas to put his back into it.
Push hard.
I'm gonna wind up with squirrel goo.
This time it's a 10.
A 10.
Yes.
Hey, you push just a little harder.
I gesture for 9s to help.
What can I help? Just get behind Olsef and start pushing him?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I did.
All right, go ahead.
That's fine.
Well, step 9 has started to give you a gentle back massage,
I'm gonna
working out some of the knots in your lower back right
I'm gonna
now.
try and chew through the force field.
This is nuts.
Sure. Sure. Go ahead.
What a
Make
A chew check.
bite attack.
make a strength check. Let's go with that.
4.
Oh, we're using D10s. That's the problem.
They're using D4s.
Your face is up against this force field, and you're just like.
I haven't taken damage
now.
yet, so we have to just keep trying. How far in?
Can I just give Olsef
haven't-
advantage?
You haven't gone any further than you were when you asked last time. About 2 inches.
Okay.
I pull out my crowbar, slide it in front of the Zoria squirrel's face, and attempt to pry open an opening with the crowbar.
So you're trying to make the opening more open?
Not the force field opening. I can see that she's stuck on something.
Yeah.
I can feel that she's stuck on something despite this
Yeah,
huge
yeah.
strength I've been using to attempt to
Yes.
push her through.
So you're trying
So-
to pry
so
the
I'm trying to-
invisible force field open.
Yes.
Okay, your bar slides right through and you meet no resistance as you try to
So I,
manipulate.
I wiggle it
I
around
grab
and try to
onto
open
it to ride along.
As you hit as you grab onto it, and Ulseth moves it in further, you kind of slide up the Raven bar as the Raven bar is passing through unimpeded, and Soria or Squaria is
If I
very
could turn into a raven,
very
this would be
impeded.
fine.
Squaria
would just
is
be getting
You turn it into an inanimate object.
No.
We can turn it into an inanimate object.
Oh no.
It's good at turning other things into inanimate objects.
Oh god.
So is there a desk on the other side? Is that like
Yeah.
a shelf?
I'm still trying to push through.
And I use the crowbar and beat on the desk trying to break it to create an opening.
Okay. So you're
I love how there's just 3 of us flailing about.
There's boxes behind a door.
So Soria is trying to shove her way through.
Uh-huh.
Ulseth is now beating the desk with the Raven bar, and Nines is still releasing some tension, some knots in his lower back or something.
Yeah.
You're very stressed, Olsef.
It's
Probably from your compatriots.
I just did
Do the cat thing.
the
yeah.
cat thing on his back.
So how do I do beating on the desk?
Make a strength check.
It keeps going up. 11.
You get some fairly average swings in at the desk in the like. So did you pull the bar back through to the other side, or you're trying to like kind of bang on?
I'm banging. I'm trying to break it.
Okay, so you're trying to break through.
Yeah, break through the
To
desk.
the other side.
Okay,
Like if the desk were to break, it would open the force field.
that is how it works. So
See?
you get some good swings in and don't see anything happening. Yeah, I mean, you see some scuff marks on the surface of this. You see
I
a
am
couple
committing
little,
vandalism on the desk surface.
you see the
Yes, you commit the big
material
boy crime.
maybe compressing a little bit, like you're making some indentations. More is happening.
I'm going to try and will,
Make a dexterity saving throw.
but I was about to do something cool.
Yes, but your compatriot is now beating on the desk where you're standing with a raven bar, and you're a squirrel.
16.
You managed to dodge the blows furiously coming from old Seth as he beats on the desk.
I'm going to attempt to will a hole in the invisible field
Okay.
with my changeling brain.
Sure. Go ahead. Make a wisdom check.
30-20.
That sensation of being thrown back is even stronger this time, and you are quickly rejected from being able to manipulate this barrier. You don't understand how this is happening, but it feels as though your thoughts are momentarily becoming like physically manifest as you are rejected.
Well, I keep pushing.
Make a strength check.
4.
Your feet are just sliding around. You don't lose any ground though. Yeah.
I push again.
I assist.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage then. What were the results with advantage?
9 again.
The strong character with advantage on a strength check. Got a 9.
That's the best number.
It is.
It's very, very well themed.
You're delicately pushing Soria through this little barrier.
Can I reach anything with the raven bar?
A squirrel.
I mean, you can like reach through to the other side.
Well, yeah,
What are you looking to reach?
Can I reach a shelf? Can I reach a drawer? Can
No,
I reach
they're-
a box? Can I reach detritus? Detritus is big in this place.
The shelves are probably 10 feet back from where you are. So, I mean, there's space to move around. Someone would sit at this desk, so it's farther back than the Raven bar can reach. The Raven bar could reach to the other side of the desk, is about its limits.
I keep pushing.
Okay.
I haven't taken damage yet, so.
We also haven't rolled over a 10 in a while.
I rolled an 11 once.
Are you guys just getting all your bad rolls out here?
Oh no.
17.
17.
Strength check, right?
So you rolled a 19?
I did.
Wow. You push as hard as you possibly can or near to it, and you don't get any further.
One more try, Molseth.
One more time. Oh, much better. 13.
Your more aggressive pushing leads to a Soria that's a little bit squished in here. You're kind of curling up. You
I just realized if I drop form under this bar,
We'll get to the other side.
No, you'll be crushed.
part of me will get.
Don't do that then.
I keep pushing.
Do it.
Well, you do have
Not
that
a-
potion of Revivify,
Not as good.
don't you?
Didn't Nice drink that already?
What did you get?
13.
Okay. You still are clawing to get any ground with this barrier and making no progress.
How long has it been?
Probably 15-20 minutes now.
So I saw like 40 minutes of the score.
Yeah.
What's the captain doing?
Yeah, why isn't he helping?
Watch. You haven't instructed him to.
Captain, push Squirrel into the hole. That's why I'm paying you.
Are you all sure? I don't want to crush Soria.
She's fine. She will stop if she gets hurt. Probably.
What if that's the last time she gets hurt? I mean, I can if that's what you all want. I'm just a little apprehensive. Soria, do you want me to try to push you through?
I'm actively pushing constantly to do that.
Okay. I'll take your whining, squealing. It's a yes. The captain lines up. Gives you a really hard push. I rolled a nat 20 on his strength.
So we rolled like 25 times to try to get the stamp squirrel through this hole.
He does have a. He's a little weak. He's not a very strong character. Make a dexterity saving throw.
5, 6, 6.
You take 2 points of damage as the captain really shoves you in there. You don't move the barrier at all.
And now we're getting into dangerous territory. But I am going to.
Squirrels are-
I'm going to prepare myself to do a cool, like, I'm gonna let myself get ejected, but I want to try and make it look really cool and like I meant to do it. Like, I want to do some flips midair, you know, like
Sure.
a 360 half pipe.
Make an
I don't know any
acrobatics check.
terms.
Can I make a challenge one to try to like grab her out of the sky?
You don't know that she's thinking this, but you can attempt to make a reaction. So you make an acrobatics check.
What is
I mean, I stopped helping and now I'm just see this frantically. moving
the squirrel's
squirrel.
acrobatics?
That would be dexterity, but no proficiency bonus.
Okay.
It's not trained.
Squirrel.
Is not trained in acrobatics.
Oh, you're kidding.
I could be a circus squirrel. A 14.
Squirrel is trained in none of these skills.
14.
14. Okay. Make a dexterity check.
8.
The squirrel goes. Scoria goes flying.
Aquaria.
Scoria goes flying over your head. You attempt to grab, miss.
Wow, Zoria, that is an
And-
excellent leap.
You do a little like sort of somersault tumbling through the air.
And as I start to land, I'll drop the shape and land as sort of
All right.
like really cool.
Make an acrobatics check as Soria.
That's way worse.
That's
But I rolled better, 18.
you managed to pull this off. And Captain holds up a little sign that just says 9.8.
What is it? 0.
You didn't get in.
You stuck the landing very well.
Thank you. We were trying to get in.
I suppose that's what you all were trying to do. I wasn't entirely certain what your goals were. far as I could tell, you were trying to get a little squirrely workout.
Since
Do
they're-
you want to? We should go find the key, right?
Yes.
How is the lock looking after all this time?
I mean, it's repaired at this point. Put itself back together.
So which way? We go south.
That was the only
That was
way.
the only
right?
way, yeah.
Going south.
Mm-hmm.
Are you drawing a cool S?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give that to you out of 10.
Cool S out of 10.
It's a long time since I did a cool ass.
Okay.
We did not get into the cage.
You
No.
continue to go down the hall. You see there are, from your perspective, 2 hallways on your right, one on your left. And you can see the end of the hall where it banks to the east.
Well, let's go into the first room we
Yeah.
come to.
First one on the right,
Mhm.
if we're going south. Yeah,
So you're talking
the west one.
this one here.
Sure. I don't see your cursor move, but sure. That one.
Mhm.
Don't know why that doesn't show up over there.
I don't know.
How odd.
Thanks, technology.
Yeah.
Well, let me see if that refreshes then. Hopefully it will.
Oh, now we need to banter.
Sorry, you did a terrible job at squirrel. You should have been stronger animal.
Like what?
Moose.
I don't think a moose would have fit.
Stag beetle.
Stag beetle? I've never seen one.
You should find one.
There aren't a lot of large insects in the far northern freezing swamps that I came from. That's mostly mosquitoes.
That is
You
not
could have been a
reflecting that
mosquito.
image. There. Let me see if I can fix that.
But I can't turn into a mosquito.
Oh, it flies and you
Yeah.
cannot fly things.
I couldn't turn into most beetles either because of that. Because I'm not level 8. DM.
You keep talking about these levels as though they are a thing.
Well, let me go reset the map.
So,
So
what do you think we'll find in this room?
maybe we will find out what happened to Fervin.
Or a key for a cage?
We're gonna take a break real.
We're taking the break.
Really, you guys? Thanks everyone for sticking around for that second. For some reason, the digital map just got locked up on the recording end. So that is fixed now, and we can get back to the action. So when
We're turning into a room.
you guys were turning
You
into a
turned
room,
into a room. I thought you couldn't do inanimate objects.
No. This is the living room.
Oh, loving.
I'm out. I don't need this in my life.
when you guys go into this room,
Mm-hmm.
what you see is a series of counters, various wash basins. Further in, there are a number of small stalls containing toilets in neat orderly rows. And beyond that, there's some individual showers towards the back. You found basically the bathrooms for the school.
Oh, things are hidden in bathrooms. We should check under all the counters,
Yeah,
under
and
the sinks, under the toilets.
in all the games I play, there's always like some bullets or a health up or something in one of the stalls.
inside the tanks of the toilets.
Yes, we open up all the tanks
And
and pee in them. So when they flush the toilet, there's just pee in the bowl.
Is that how it works?
we don't do that.
We want to investigate the bathroom.
And if there are air vents in the walls,
Okay.
we need to open those up and look inside of them.
For what?
It's that people always hide things in the vents in the bathrooms.
Do they?
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, always. They
Always.
always
I've
do.
never done that.
no, that's what
I
happened.
definitely never put anything in my vents.
So that's what we do.
We want to check the room
Okay.
thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
You
Are there gloves that we can wear while
make
we're
an
doing this?
investigation check.
Who's doing the investigation?
Whoever
I'll
wants
help you
to.
do it.
You're helping me do it?
Mm-hmm.
I will guidance myself. So am I being assisted then?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what helped me.
Not great. 13. With guidance and
You find that things are fairly clean in the bathroom.
they clean the bathroom.
That is a good thing.
There's still some soap.
There's still soap,
Is it bar soap or liquid soap?
It's bar soap.
but it's changeling soap, so it could change more states.
Yeah, let's get soap. I want the soap.
You want the soap?
Give me the soap.
No. Go diplomacy check. Or persuasion check.
18.
Okay.
Yes, I really need soap.
Why? Oh, wow, yeah, okay, never mind.
So, did the showers work?
The showers. Yeah. I'm guessing you're trying to turn them on, right?
Yeah.
They work.
Yeah, is the hot water still running?
It's not as hot as you might want it to be, but the water's fairly warm.
Take a shower.
Just
Is that
Ulfeth unbuckles his armor, sets that down carefully.
Everything's careful, yeah.
Looks at
Folded,
everyone.
neatly folded.
Do you have a towel?
1 moment, please. I need to clean. And he just like take a shower.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I'll use
Full
the
stuff?
bathroom.
Am I refreshed?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah,
we all
you
just
feel-
watch him do it? Just
Different little.
we were all just chilling in the room, just
Just
like
watching.
Oh, they were
stuff.
private showers, you said.
Well,
they're private if you
It's no one else's.
no one else there.
I mean, there's like doors.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
See, unlike American schools, changelings learned that maybe not everyone just wants to walk around naked and shower in front of everybody.
What? They can just be whatever they want.
Yeah,
Like we're
including being private. They can do that.
See? Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm refreshed. Yay.
You are
Yeah,
refreshed.
I'm gonna just use the bathroom and wash my hands.
Okay.
in a role-playing game.
Yeah,
You mean washing your hands in a roll?
I have a.
I'm gonna wash my hands in real life.
This is my first time.
Why?
Because it was funny to say.
This is my first time as Soria canonically using the bathroom.
You've never used the bathroom before.
Wow, it's changed into someone who didn't have to.
Don't
So-
think
I haven't
that's how that
gone.
works.
I haven't gone because Olsef refuses to clean my litter box.
Just piling up.
I thought the whole earth was your litter box.
And you won't clean it.
No. Did we find anything else?
Can I borrow your soap?
Really, just
Oh, it's my soap.
I use my soap.
I like the idea that a Tabaxi character would carry around a litter box with them and
That's
only
why.
go in that.
Isn't that why they have a bag of sand listed in D&D as a mundane item?
No, it's
Or
made for
see.
us.
There's nothing mundane about it. It's very,
Very active item.
yeah.
Little bag of sand.
Yeah.
I mean, the size of the bag of sand really depends on the needs of the Tabaxi. Some Tabaxi need a lot more sand.
Did we find anything else? Did we?
That's a lot about each other we didn't want to know.
That's true.
Let's all leave this room and never talk about it.
This room never happened.
Ulseth, you're very clean.
Uh-huh.
Asuria, you feel very relieved. Nines,
Has soap.
Yes, so.
soap. Good for
I'm adding into my inventory. So
A bar of soap.
describe it's a bar and
Color.
color.
sort of cream colored.
You say it's ivory.
It's a little bit more
Oh,
brown than ivory.
I'll put cream. Is it scented?
Yeah, like honey or.
It has. I don't know if you've ever used like a Manuka honey product, but it.
It's very obvious that I have.
It doesn't. It has honey in it, but it doesn't really smell sweet.
Honey infused.
what's the shape of the bar? Is it oval? Is it square?
It's rectangular.
Has it been?
Is it sharp edges, or are they rounded off from use?
They're a little rounded.
Is there a
There hasn't
company-
been much use.
Is there a company logo stamped on it?
No.
It's a thick layer of dust.
Yeah, but sweep it off. Brush.
Does it have a fancy S on it?
You could carve that out.
It doesn't have a fancy S. It does have a cool S on it.
Cool S.
Yeah, see if someone carved a secret message onto the
cool
bottom of it. That's the thing everyone does.
A cool
with that.
S for school.
With cool.
It's the
S for
school's
school.
logo. It's a cool S that stands for school, which is the name of the school.
See if there's a secret message carved on the bottom of the soap, which is a thing everyone does in bathrooms.
I flip it over.
Thing on the bottom.
Okay.
There's a couple of little swirls that look like it might be kind of a bunny shape.
Good soap.
Yeah, okay. That's part of my cultural heritage. Be nice to it.
No. It's soap. It does not have feelings. It's like squirrel.
That's true. Wait.
I mean, I think the squirrel had some feelings. The captain almost killed the squirrel.
there was a squirrel.
You.
Oh.
So, is there anything else in this?
I mean, not really. It's a bathroom.
Okay, well,
It's
So we
one
turn
of,
on all faucets and put paper towel in
it's
there.
one of those rooms.
We're
that
not
needs
the
to
wet
be there.
pandas.
so
Why do we keep bringing it up then?
let's. We don't. Let's go out.
Haven't you
and
noticed my
turn
gold tooth?
I make one of my teeth a gold tooth.
You want to head back down the hallway
Yeah,
further?
we'll head down the hallway and go to the room that is now on our left.
Okay, sure. Let me reveal that.
We need to banter.
Oh, right. So I didn't. You guys changed into squirrels.
We can't.
I can't squirrel. Don't turn into squirrel.
Did you want me to turn into animals for you to chase occasionally?
When
That
you
sounds like too much work. You turn into dead animal for me to not chase.
I can't turn into inanimate things.
when you enter into this room, what you find are a series of subdivided, smaller rooms. Inside of each one, they have between 1 and 4, at least that you can see, bed frames, and a mixture of other furniture in a few of them, whether they be a small sofa, chair, maybe a couple desks. And there's bits of paper and some bags laying around in the corners of these floors. What this seems to be is the dormitories. Not that Ulseth and Soria would necessarily be familiar with the concept, but Nines, you would. And
Why?
you're standing in the sort of common area for these dormitories right now, surrounded by the rooms.
Is there like a table littered with cheap liquor bottles?
No.
Empty bottle collection.
There are quite a few tables with a variety of different seating and various states of disrepair.
Is there like a takeout box that no one's bothered touching for thousands of years?
No, but the room does smell. The further down you get into this hallway, the mustier some of these rooms smell. Like the air is a bit on the stale side.
So no like changeling Chinese takeout boxes.
No,
Pizza boxes.
no.
Good.
Okay. Let us search under the mattresses and seat cushions, because that is where things fall.
Yeah, and in the air vents. People
the air
hide
vents.
things in air vents all the time, I hear.
They do.
Okay.
So we search those things. You want to do the searching?
You can do it.
I will. do the
Guidance.
Searching.
Yeah,
assist
why
you.
don't you make an investigation check?
I assisted
Well,
you.
that's.
I assisted you.
I know.
No, like I assisted.
Oh, what this I thought you just gave me. Well, it can't be any worse. Oh, much better. 20, dirty 20. As opposed to 1.
Did you find a stash of empty Red Bull cans?
I don't know. What did I find when I searched under the mattresses and the seat cushions and the air vents?
You find 22 wooden coins
I'll give those to Zoria to keep.
sort of scattered around in different places. You also find what you think might be notes. Of course, you can't read them, but they have this sort of classic chicken scratchy sort of nature of very quickly taken notes.
So Zoria, I have found some notes that look like they have been written by chickens. Perhaps when you are able to change into words, you will be able to read them.
Can you change into a chicken since it's flightless?
They can sort of fly.
So I
You can
I gave
glide.
you
That's
the
not the
notes.
same. We can glide.
Can I turn into a chicken? If it doesn't have a flight speed.
I mean, yeah, like a chicken can just sort of flutter down to the ground or like
not-
assist at top, but I wouldn't really like call that flying in the definition of D&D terms. I think you could turn into a chicken. I don't think a chicken has a fly speed.
I mean, there's not a official.
So I'm gonna say yeah, you could turn into a chicken.
Have you seen a chicken?
Yes,
You've
you've seen
eaten
a chicken.
I have.
Yeah.
Well, let me
We go into fantasy villages. There's just chickens running around everywhere.
let me add
How do they
it.
work?
Let me add it to my list of animals.
I mean, there's all these chickens. They're running around, just chewing gum.
Now we can have that awkward moment. And you're like, we're out of eggs. Give me an hour.
So, can you now read the chicken right? Oh, don't turn into a chicken.
I don't. I need to
Use
wait
your
an hour.
spots. You use your change spots.
used
you,
all
you were
my
a squirrel
slots.
twice.
Yeah. How many wood coins? were there?
22.
22.
Yeah.
Nope, quite a
Quite a
few.
haul here. Nothing. What were in these bags? You said there were bags.
Within the bags, you find some like old pieces of clothing. They're pretty moth-eaten.
Oh, 9s.
You love old changeling clothing.
I like a nice hat.
Are
This
there
is
any
not a
hats?
nice hat. Only thing we should be looking for is fancy shoes for Elsa.
Magic shoes.
I have magic shoes.
But real magic shoes.
I
Ones
have
that
real
do
magic
good things like fart.
My shoes do not make noises or grow. That's true.
See? You need good shoes.
Yes, you have Lulu shoes.
How are we gonna call ourselves the Magic Shoe Bunch if you don't have cool magic shoes too?
The shoe tears.
That's my cup.
Get on the magic shoe lunch.
This one's mine. I'll use this one.
It's also empty.
We're done here.
Were there any magic shoes?
No, there are no magic shoes.
So you found some notes though and some coins.
I gave you the notes in case you.
Did the bag look like it was just a laundry bag they were gonna take back home and let their mom clean?
No, not necessarily.
All right,
Okay.
let's go to the next room, I guess.
Yes. Let's
We'll
go.
keep going south.
We move on.
Okay, so continuing down that
Hallway.
line. And I am revealing the next room.
Have I seen an ostrich?
No,
I was thinking a flightless bird or a penguin. Penguin?
you haven't seen a penguin yet.
Okay.
The next room is another dormitory. Larger than the other one in some regards. This appears to be perhaps where older students would stay.
So
It
this is
has-
where we'll find the empty Jaeger bottles.
A collection of empty Jaeger bottles.
The room decor seems to have just fewer kind of bright colors to it. There's something about the previous room that gave you the idea that might have been for younger children.
You want to search?
Oh yes. Will you assist?
You can assist nines, and I'll cast guide.
Fine, I'll help you. What are we looking at?
Are you assisting or am I assisting you?
Who am I guiding?
You have a better investigation than I do.
Okay. Being assisted and guided.
Is that interesting, Ilsef? Is that interesting? Is that interesting?
That's interesting. That's interesting. That's
Are
not
you just
interesting.
accusing things of being interesting? Are you
It's
interested?
not interesting. That is very interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that is interesting.
24.
No, that. Oh, gosh.
25?
24.
24.
24.
The
24 interesting things.
things that you find in here are fairly similar to what you had found in the other room. There's some notes that you pick up.
I give those to Zoria.
You find some more like pieces of clothing. Yeah.
Any good hats?
You find a couple more coins here.
Oh, okay.
Find 39 more coins, all wood ones.
All just wood? Oh,
Yeah. You don't. There's not all that much that's compelling in these places.
But interesting.
Compelling, but not compelling, but interesting. Oh, because of the pointing.
Mm-hmm.
Understood.
That's it, huh?
I guess so.
Okay.
These are, group bedrooms and study areas and just places to relax. Not much more.
Yeah. No empty bottles.
So where can I relax?
I mean, some of these chairs look like they have held up. Some of them definitely don't.
Then I just sit in the one that held up the best, pointing at things for Olsef to look at.
Interesting thing.
You sit in one of the chairs.
Roll for initiative.
It's
It's a
not
mimic.
uncomfortable, but it's not uncomfortable either.
Was there more hallway?
Go back in the hall.
I don't remember the map.
Okay.
I think we can go down south yet.
Yep, you can go further south, and when you do, you find that there is a large staircase running upwards.
Up.
I climb on a suspect. Koala style.
So you want me to
Okay,
do a
you can
stair
move
check?
now.
I think you need to do a stair check.
I don't want you to do a stair check. You guys just do it.
Do you
I
want
got the
guidance?
best number 9.
It's a fairly long staircase, so when you make it to the top, you're a bit
6,
winded.
7 stairs. That's like 4, 5.
And
Olsef, carry me rest of the
I don't know,
way.
you probably climb about 30 feet.
Oh, a lot of steps.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, nat 20. I made it to the top.
Where was that when you were trying to shove a squirrel through a hole?
Yeah, really.
Saving it for unimportant things.
I dread to think what would happen with that high of a strength check on a character who's actually strong. with a squirrel that
But you don't need to
Yeah.
worry because all I'm doing is carrying her up the stairs.
Yep. And when I get on,
Something lightning
when
up
we
the
get on the
stairs,
top,
it's
I jump off and go.
I'm just
What's in
gonna
the next room?
I'm just gonna start calling you Fezzik.
What do we see at the top of the stairs?
Yeah, we'll look around.
That brings you to a new map.
Oh no.
So let me reveal this.
I'm glad I did not squish you against the force field.
You could have tried harder. I was so close to getting through.
I could tell
I
that.
could feel it.
Pushing behind you.
It was almost like it was pulling you in, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was so close.
Well, Zephyr, are you gonna carry me the rest of the way? I just lift my foot up into the air.
I grab your foot and drag you up the stairs.
We're up the stairs. That's why the window.
Don't.
Drag him down the stairs.
And then back up.
The new map is very hard to access.
Pierre's gonna give us a lot of trouble today.
No, I'm just taking time to reveal the right things.
We're banter.
Sheesh.
Tell us everything that we see and everything we don't see.
Captain, what do you see?
Thanks, you're in. I shall pull up the description for that room. As you enter into this space, it's sort of an L-shaped room. Long, wide. And as you look across the room, over to the left, you see a curved desk that has a fairly sturdy-looking chair still sitting behind it. And beyond it, you can just make out a pair of double doors.
So it's not single.
No. To your right,
Too bad.
there's a doorway, and not directly across from you, just off to the left a bit on the far wall, there is another set of doors. To your left, you find there is a room surrounded by windows. You can see through into this space. It has a series of desks and offices in it. And it has a closed door that you could access that room through. To your immediate left, you see that the staircase goes up again.
Okay, so there's another staircase and 4 at the doors.
I'm
Passages.
gonna pull that image up.
Okay.
So, over here, one of the doorways. These are the double doors up here at the top. This is the desk I was telling you about.
Is it a nice desk?
All right. This area is the where you can see into through the windows.
What does it look like inside?
That's the through the
It just
desk
looks
with
like an
offices.
office.
Yeah, it's since you're aware this is a school, that seems to be perhaps like the administration.
So that's where all the
And this
Jaeger
is-
bottles are.
This is the
Yeah.
this is the door through.
Alright.
This is the other doorway that I had spoken of, and this here is the stairway continuing upward.
Alright.
More, okay.
Which way do we want to go? We have too many options.
Let's check the offices.
Alright. We open the door.
It is locked.
No, I said we open the door.
You don't. You don't open the door.
Is there a lock on it?
Yeah, is there another stupid slot?
Yes, there is.
Do you have any more of that, Boston?
Oh, no, I use it.
Oh, okay.
Put one of the wood coins in.
I'd say you probably have half the bag left.
You think
There's
this operates?
not that much room in these things.
Do you think this place operates like Ferenginar, where you have to bribe the door to open?
Yeah, toll doors.
I stick a coin.
Changelings are famously capitalistic. So
The coin just sort of sits in there.
Didn't work.
try shoving it in.
I shove it in.
Pretend it's like squirrel.
I mean, you shove it in further. There's now a coin in there.
I pull it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that didn't work.
I try and will the door open. We have to try that with my brain powers
Okay.
and my
Make a wisdom check.
with guidance. 16.
You again feel that sensation of being shoved away. Your thought being shoved back.
Were you able to open the door, Zoria?
No. Does it look open?
No.
Okay then.
I inspect the door carefully. It does not look open.
Maybe there's an air vent that falls through.
Is there an air vent? Is there like,
Is it Christmas Eve?
what do they call those things? Transom?
No.
No?
Is there another door we can open?
There's the double doors
I
behind
mean,
the
there's the
desk.
double doors and there's the two open doorways.
Are there any? I searched the desk. Are there
Oh yeah, we'll
drawers
search
or
the desk
doors
for keys,
or loose change or notes or
gum,
Okay.
all those things in order, please.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Guidance.
No. 8.
This is some of the worst rolls we've ever done.
Except for climbing stairs.
Yeah, so except for climbing stairs.
I was really good at that.
You
Except me.
look through the desk and you actually find this metal disc
Oh.
with and I think the best way to describe it is it's similar to the appearance of old computer punch cards. For anyone not familiar with an old computer punch card, that is the way that we used to program computers. Is by creating these series of cardstock punch cards you would feed into the computer, and the holes would basically be the language that the computer can understand.
So Braille.
Not inverse braille, since you're removing
Stick it
rather
in
than
stick
creating a raised surface.
the disc in the slot.
What if it doesn't come out?
So
We're right back to where we started.
yeah, the coin came back out.
I put the disc in the slot to the desk room.
Okay. The disc spins up as it gets slotted in there. You hear this gentle whirring noise, and you hear some clicking coming from inside.
It's gonna blow.
And then it
We dive
goes-
over the dash.
Hide behind the desk.
and the disc is gently ejected.
And the door?
Nothing has changed with the door.
Try to open the door.
Yeah,
It's still locked.
but it did something.
It went.
And since you had
Wiki
asked
thing.
about it, you actually find a pack of gum.
A fresh pack of one.
It's opened, but there are
What would possibly be fresh in this building?
In the building?
there's still some pieces
I
that
was
are
gonna
wrapped.
say there's still jungle outside. There might be some mangoes that are.
Are they striped gum?
Yes.
What are there different colors?
Is
You
it
can't
stripes?
be entirely certain through the wrapping
Hey, nine.
if they're all different colors or if
Free
it's just sort of
gum.
alternating.
Gum!
But the packaging seems to indicate that maybe there are different color stripes along the gum.
Is it striped gum spelled with a cool S?
Yeah.
My culture sucks.
So, let's go through the double doors behind the desk. Are those locked?
Okay, you go through. You actually go right through those doors.
Can we open them first?
Yes, you open them.
Okay.
What you,
things
open
are
the
hot
doors
here.
into? It's a very open courtyard around you, with pathways and big, tall, grand trees. It's a whole bunch of different types of them. None of them look native to this island. Several seem to share some characteristics with the tree below, with the neon bark and the furry foliage. You're outside, and I need to reveal part of the surface map now that you have seen this area.
So when you say a courtyard, is it surrounded by a wall? Or something?
Or other buildings, or so are you gonna try that gum?
2 gold.
Yeah, I'll take 2 gum.
No, you give me 2 gold, I chew gum.
How much of it?
How much you got?
He has it.
How much you got?
I think there are 4 sticks left in it.
This area here is the school that you have emerged into the courtyard of. Around the building, there's a low wall, about 4 feet high. It creates just a gentle separation between it and the surrounding buildings.
Is there any other exit or from the courtyard into anything else other than these doors?
You mean, does this courtyard like go back out into the streets or something?
Or into another building?
Not into another building, but the courtyard does open up into what seems to be part of the city streets.
You said there are more bay trees up here?
Yes.
I lick them.
All of them?
Yes, but not at the same time.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw.
4. Put this one back for a second.
You go about looking at the trees. A couple of them have a very sugary sweet sap to them. One, however, is so incredibly bitter that you suffer 1 point of damage.
1 bitter damage.
It really it's just painful. It's kind of, your stomach is tying up in knots a little bit right now.
Based on what I heard from Dole about seed pods and stuff, I'm gonna look for any trees that might be having those.
There's one tree that has the potential to maybe have some seed pods.
I want to search for them.
When you look up, there's a couple of large, sort of oblong, almost football-looking pods. And they are pulling down on the fur of these trees.
I'll try and grab one.
They're about 18 feet up.
Also,
Yes?
can I stand on your shoulders?
I don't know. You can.
You're about 18 feet tall, right?
No.
No.
I think if we all stand on Olsef's shoulders, we can get that.
Yeah. Wait, Captain?
Mm-hmm.
Can you shoot one of those seed pods down with your gun? Like, just shoot the
Quite,
connector branch thing?
quite possibly. Are you sure you want me to?
Yes.
All right. Pulls out his pistol, takes aim,
I'll be down there to catch it.
steadies himself, fires a shot, and seems to hit the little connecting pieces, the stem, and the seed falls, and you catch it.
That was very good catching.
Well, good shot.
So that's a seed.
I think so.
It has legs.
Yes, that's what Dole said. In conversation I was not part of.
Are the legs, do they have little feet on them? Are they like insect legs? What,
They have little feet. Yeah.
little human feet?
No.
Chicken feet?
Are there talons?
It's more like a noodle.
A noodle?
Like the leg and the foot is all kind of one piece.
Huh?
It's a little noodly.
I will say to the seed pod in Sylvan, hello.
Nothing happens.
I will say to the seed pod, just relax. I'm going to find you a place to grow.
Okay. Nothing happens.
I'll put it in my bag of holding.
Okay. Sure.
Speaking of seeds, sorry, huh?
Yeah.
Not that we were speaking of seeds.
I was speaking to seeds.
How was your egg coming?
Oh, I've been keeping it nice and toasty warm with my frying pan.
Yes, when will hard-boiled egg be ready?
It's not being cooked. I'm
Why
just
are you
keeping,
frying pan?
it's just low. It's like a heating pan.
It's a very hard egg to boil.
It's like
That's why it's called a hard-boiled egg.
I'm keeping it warm like a heating pan.
Well, that is good. You are taking very good care of your egg.
Thank you.
Well, to hatch by now, how long does it take for them to hatch?
I don't know the biology of bullets.
Yes, we're just gonna raise one
It will be
on a
a-
boat.
On a boat, and we'll name him Simon, and he'll be a good boy
Or girl.
or girl.
Okay, is there anything
Simon will
else?
be a great girl.
Is there anything else in the courtyard? Is there anything on the ground of interest?
The ground is covered with pathways and some garden beds, fairly overgrown. There are some benches scattered about. It doesn't seem to be.
Why don't you do a bench toss?
There doesn't seem to be anything truly interesting in this space.
I look under the benches. You never know what you can find.
There might be chewing gum under there.
I sit on the benches.
All of them?
Yes. Let's find out which one is the best bench.
There are 100 pieces of gum
Scattered 100 benches.
amongst just a few of the benches. There's a lot of gum on
We
the.
had a very gum-based society.
I can't remember the last time I rolled a 100 on percentile die.
Wow. I
We
inform
wasted it on gum.
you who are Zorya and Nines,
Yeah?
there is more than 100 pieces of gum on all of
Why
the
did you count that many?
I was wondering what he was doing under there.
We've been here for 3 hours.
Ah, we are well rested then. Is there anything else? I mean, did you get all
mean-
the samples you needed?
What do you mean samples?
Oh, I thought that you were collecting branches of trees.
Oh, yeah. No, I got a seed pod.
Oh, yes, it's exciting. Perhaps it will hatch into something.
I think they grow.
Perhaps it will grow into something.
A tree, probably.
Perhaps it will grow into a tree.
How unsettling are the legs moving?
I mean, it's inside of a bag of holding right now, so you.
Well, what I did see it like on a scale from 1 to 10, how unsettling. Like if it was walking towards me.
It looks like a cartoon come to life, so it's fairly unsettling.
You just don't understand the Feywild.
Yes, it's an unsettling place.
Have you ever been?
No, it's unsettling.
So you wouldn't settle there.
No, I barely settle here.
Should we check the rest of the building?
Let's look around. Yeah, we go back in to the.
There
place where the
were
desk was.
2 more doors, right?
There were.
And a staircase.
Yes. Let's go. Let's go to the door that goes east.
Yeah. That was the
Okay.
closest one from the double doors, I think.
Yeah, we go in and turn left.
Okay. And revealing this part of map.
So, 9. Are you gonna eat that gum?
Are you going to give me 2 gold?
Yes, if he survives.
Hold up, give me gum. Unwrap it and throw it in my mouth and see what happens.
Really?
They're giving me 2 gold.
Okay. When you pop that in your mouth, there's a burst of flavor. And it's chewy. Little, at first is a little dry, but it softens up.
I try bubble. Blubble.
Blub, 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 blub,
Now a blubble.
blub, 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 blub.
So I have gum in my mouth.
You.
Is it bubble gum?
It's not the most effective bubble ever. This is,
I would hope not.
you know, it's not the best bubble blowing gum that you have.
So we have
But
better gum for
it-
blowing bubbles?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's all sorts of different kinds of gum. But you're able to blow a bubble with it. Pretty good. And the flavor's nice.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll give you 2 gold.
I like that you gave him, it was calculated, what, like $600 to do that?
Money means nothing to us.
No. Money means nothing to you two. Money means a great deal to Ulseth. He's been very clear on that.
I mean, you gotta spend the money before it gets stolen, so. Because it will inevitably be stolen.
It is
When,
not so much the value of the money; it is the injustice of the theft.
when you enter this room,
All right,
This
we were
is-
going.
And we're going into
Yeah.
a room. Yeah.
you enter into a very large room. Immediately in front of you, there are a series of counters, and this room smells less good than the others. The air is not only stale here, but it seems like long desiccated food items must have been around. If you you know the smell when like citrus starts to get moldy on its rind, and there's a very piercing smell that comes from that mold, that citrus mold. You are being hit with that right now in this space.
It could be name of group. Citrus mold.
It could be. It could
Is that
be.
our name?
Smells like citrus mold.
The
Looks like it too.
counters are generally flat, but do have a series of depressions within them. And further into the room, you see a series of long stone tables, benches that really take up the whole space, with the occasional bits of chair around them. There are also another set of doors near one of these counters. Those doors are currently closed.
Are they locked?
We haven't gone over to them yet.
Well, I go up and attempt to open the doors.
They open.
Oh. I picked this lock, Zoria.
Wow. Okay, I guess
It took me 5 minutes.
you're in charge of that from now on.
Inside this smaller room,
That was really
which
no
is
lock on it. I just
clearly
said
a
that to make
kitchen.
No, you don't have to be humble.
There are cupboards
Thank you.
and various preparations surfaces. There are places for making large fires and
Two fires. You would like this place, Nine.
This controlled fire, though.
Oh,
this is a very large, well-equipped kitchen. You're starting to get the idea that you might have found the cafeteria for the school.
Is it also the gymnasium?
Yeah, sure, definitely also the gymnasium. This is the space that you see. The room where my cursor currently is. Get that. Here, this is the kitchen. These here are the counter surfaces with the depressions I was talking about. And down here are many tables with chairs.
And gum, presumably.
Gum, as you can tell, was a favorite pastime of the changelings.
Does my gum still have flavor in it?
Yeah,
Wow.
flavor hasn't dipped at all.
That,
Not even a little.
Whoa.
That's how you know
this
this
is
is
a
a-
magical world.
yeah, this is a fantasy world.
This
That's
is
how you can really tell.
You've had like 3 minutes on this, and it's still strong.
Wow.
oh, you who are a captain, I think it was. You can call me whatever name you want, Dave. Is that correct?
Whatever name you like is.
Oh,
what
whatever you name you like. Sorry, I did get that wrong. You who are a captain, whatever name you like.
Yes.
This kitchen seems to be well equipped. Do you need any cutlery, tableware, cookware, anything of that sort back at the ship?
Not that I can think of, no. But thank you for considering the ship and the crew.
Yes. Are these plates and forks and knives better than what you have on the ship or not?
I think they're perhaps in slightly better condition than what we have, but we mostly pack for lightness. So I don't see any particular need to change it, as these look to be rather hefty.
Pasta pot? You need a pasta pot?
No, we have one of those.
Oh.
It's my favorite meal, after all.
Write that down. We can use that to exploit them later.
What's your favorite shape?
My favorite shape?
Pasta.
Oh, I'm kind of a sucker for bucatini.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Bucatini's
Nat 20.
a really good noodle.
27.
Like, you can totally see why this would be his favorite.
27 though, is it? I can see why, but is it?
I mean, you get no sense that he's lying about this. Like, there's nothing here that would tell you that he's lying about his favorite pasta. Probably bucatini.
Do you want to look for anything else, or shall we move on?
Unless you want to look for more gum, you like counting it.
No, I do not wish to have any more
Okay.
gum.
Check that other doorway.
The one south.
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think there is a bucatini exploit?
What is?
Of course there is.
Wait, what's bucatini?
I do
you're
not
the
know, but
chef.
he likes it best.
I know, but I'm still a little loose on the pasta concept.
We'll do that. We'll ask for it next time we in Nice Town.
All right. Is it like a pretzel?
I go back into the kitchen and look for a cookbook.
You don't find a cookbook so much as some pieces of like parchment, basically, that have what you think might be recipes. You see what you've come to understand are numbers with the lines and the dots written to the sides of other things, and some basically steps. You see, like, you know, the sign for what do you think is 1 and then 2 and 3?
I pick up the ones that seem to be intact.
Okay.
You who are Zoria, I have found some things that look like cooking instructions.
Oh,
I will give them to
fantastic.
you in case you are ever able to read them.
Yeah, this one looks like it has a picture of dino-shaped chicken nuggets.
It is a school cafeteria, so you know, probably, yeah.
We find any
I
pants that do
like
that
the
square
idea that we
pizza?
have not established that dinosaurs are real in this, but without
I think I just
without
did.
missing a beat, the concept of dino-shaped chicken nuggets exists, which would imply that regardless of the existence of dinosaurs, people still love the concept of very large lizards.
Dragon-shaped chicken nuggets.
That make a
They're
lot more sense.
dinosaurs.
Oh.
Anything else you'd like to do in that kitchen-y area?
No.
Okay. Then the other room, which you had gone to explore, if I remember. Yes?
Yeah, I rush back to the people who are exploring that room.
This is
Joyfully give the recipes to Zoria.
this is another large room. There are rows of benches that dominate most of the space. At
Benches.
the far
You
end,
could sit on
from
all
where
of
you
those.
stand at the entrance, there is a large stage. Small sets of stairs climbing up from either side. There are also some large glass windows on the right side of this space.
Do you
This
want
area here is where you are now.
to look for gum under all the bins?
No. But I do want to see if there's a trapdoor on the stage.
Oh yeah, maybe. What?
Sure. Go ahead. Make an investigation check.
I have to use the bathroom real quick, so let Wolves up to that.
In a D&D game?
Yeah.
Wow.
You have to go all the way back
Down the stairs.
You're gonna have to. Did I get guidance?
Oh yeah.
14.
Yeah, there's a trapdoor.
I open it.
You see underneath the stage, there's the stage stands about 5 feet tall from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And this room has like a gentle slope downwards from the doors where you entered to where the stage is. Underneath the stage, there's the supports for the structure itself. And you notice that there's probably actually 4 different trapdoors throughout this area.
You mean they all go up onto the stage
Yeah,
from
there's
underneath?
4 stage trapdoors.
No. I search the area underneath. You who are Zoria,
Yeah.
I have found a spot underneath the stage.
Wow.
Would you like to come explore
Yeah.
with me?
Let me assist you and guide you.
So I search carefully beneath the stage, using my night vision, my goggles, all sorts of my lantern, so I don't miss anything. And oh, that one was really bad, but this one's good. Good thing you were assisting. 22.
You come to quickly understand that this is a space just very utilitarian. There's not a whole lot of interest down here, but there is room for, there's a lower area near the front. This would be the space for an orchestra pit. And there's, along all the support beams for the stage structure itself, as well as some of the underside of the stage surface, there's just gum scattered around. There's hundreds of pieces of gum all throughout the space. Lots, like tons of gum in the orchestra pit area. Just all over. You do find a crowbar down here.
I want to look.
They play crowbar.
Are there any leftover changeling instruments down here?
No.
Are you
Sheet
sure?
music?
I am sure there's no leftover changing instruments.
Sheet music.
Now, does my gum still have flavor in it?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
No sheet music.
Costume?
Underneath the stage? No.
What about on the stage?
Not on stage either.
Behind stage?
You haven't looked there yet.
Is there a behind the stage?
Yeah, there's some spaces behind the stage.
Oh,
Is the crowbar better or worse than the one I have?
It is white. It's a sort of marbly looking
Ooh, it's made out of the special stuff.
material.
I take the special white marbly.
Okay.
I'm gonna look behind stage.
All right. Behind stage, you find many racks of what would have once held clothes.
I'm also looking
And-
for changeling instruments.
You see a series of ropes that, after looking around for a minute, look to operate. Curtains. You've never been into a theater, Astoria, but
There was a theater in the bar that we went to all the time.
Yes, it's exactly
you
the
were
same
never
thing.
in.
I mean, I was on the outside part.
Yeah, you were on the outside part where you can't see all these mechanisms.
Uh-huh.
But nines, as you look around, you feel very familiar in this space. This is a well-known environment for you. And
Yes, I keep telling you guys I'm famous on the stage. I'm very familiar with it.
Oh.
you guys are able to find a couple costumes.
What are they
Back
look
here?
like?
The costumes actually look not all that different from the sort of clothing you would wear back at home.
Hmm.
There's this rough spun appearance, but the clothing itself is actually quite soft. You get the idea that they might be using nearly identical materials to what you had been still using today.
Anything else of note? I look in the pockets of the costume.
Empty.
Thank
There's
God
not-
they weren't full
There's
of
not
gum.
really anything else of note back here.
So you who are nines,
Yes.
would you like to put on a performance?
No.
Oh, I thought that you liked being on stage doing performing.
Yeah, you
Yes,
could be
for money.
the first person in maybe millennia to perform on this stage. That's what is called a revival concert right there.
Yes, but I'm already famous with the 3 people in this room. Especially Captain. He loves me.
I'll give you 3 compa to sing a little ditty up on stage.
I don't sing.
Sing with your lute.
Then play a little ditty up on stage. 3 compa.
Something piratey.
They haven't taught me enough pirate music yet.
Why haven't
But I will take his money. I'll pull out my lute. Do you have any changeling music?
Yeah.
Do you know any changeling music?
No, I'm horrible with music.
Oh,
Well, you just need to play Little Ditty.
my God.
That was little.
That's very ditty.
Well, can't complain about that.
You can.
Kind of flings 3 compa in your direction.
Making bank on this trip.
Ah, you are definitely a professional musician. You get paid for your ditties.
I got paid a lot more to eat old food than to play my instrument.
Welcome to being a bard.
That
You could make a
That
living
somehow
at just
seems-
chewing old gum then.
horribly accurate.
Just check under the benches for more stout gum, and then we'll head upstairs.
I go up. Is there like a catwalk or something, some sort of platform or whatever above the stage?
No.
No,
No.
just pulleys and things.
Yes.
Are any of the ropes still intact?
Yeah, they all are.
Do you want some ancient changeling rope
Oh,
for your
yes.
collection?
How much
More
rope
rope.
can I get?
I'll say that there's 100 feet of spare rope.
No, is it special rope? Is it like ancient changeling rope?
It is ancient changeling rope. It's just rope, but it's ancient and it was made by changelings. So,
Okay,
so now you have that.
thank you.
It's lightly green.
On purpose?
It's just from like all of the little things that grow in jungle
jungle.
environments.
The camouflage rope. Nice. Upstairs?
I guess that's where we need to go next.
All right. You head out and make your way up the stairs. And this is where we're going to take a short break for the viewers. And we will be back in a few minutes after we've had a chance to refresh ourselves. We'll see you soon. That's how it goes. We're back, everyone. Hope you had a nice, relaxing break. I did. I had a leftover bean burrito from dinner last night. It was delicious. When we left off, you guys were going upstairs of this school, and
Got 12 on that. Going up the stairs part.
did pretty well this time. You're not feeling very winded. It was a good job. When you reach the top of the stairs, what you see?
No.
You guys doing?
We don't know.
Congratulating each other on going up the stairs.
Did you just sort of like at each other?
No. I high-fived, and he fist bumped. Then we switched, and
Then it kind of went downhill from there.
then it got worse.
How?
Let's just go back to the.
We're on a mission right now.
I'm kind of invested.
Timetable.
Bring this out.
Time could be running out. We could be being.
Oh my god, we
pursued by
just crested these stairs. What do we see?
the top of the stairs.
You reach the top of the stairs,
Nice.
and
Nice.
Good coordination. You'd say.
And
you see a hallway. Runs north and south, stretching along the length of the building. Along that hallway, there are a series of doors. They are a little hard to see. Some move in closer. All of those little sets of lines, those are all doors. So you have many doors to investigate.
shall we start at the top and work our way down?
We're on the top floor.
Start at the north and work our way south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Do you want to start on your left facing north or on your right facing north? We start on the east or
choose.
west.
Left.
All right.
West.
East.
No, south.
What you find when you open this door revealed just slightly too much in that.
Yeah.
What you find when you open the door
We opened the door. Good job, Zoria.
is a classroom. Something that neither Soria nor Ulseth have seen before, but Nines, again, you are quite familiar with this setting.
What is this thing?
This place full of nerds.
It's like it looks like a prison for children.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Oh.
And our weekly pandering to the 7-year-old audience is complete.
And like a hocus pocus.
Also, it needs to stay open so these children aren't
True, we were.
ruining our bake shops. I don't know. What
What are you babbling about?
Old people don't like young people in certain situations. Kind of like how, like, when they were building that bridge that down the street from us, apparently the businesses were worried that teenagers were going to hang out there.
On the bridge?
Yeah.
In the middle of winter.
Yeah, well, just in general.
Oh.
On the bridge.
Yeah, that's where children hang out now, is bridges.
That is
near
true.
Small businesses.
Our community
I really
has
haven't kept up with that.
That little footbridge.
Yeah.
our community has a fitness trail that it's worked with a lot of the surrounding other cities, villages, towns. But you can like go all throughout the surrounding like 30 miles of the different towns and cities. They all connect. It's pretty cool, actually. But there was one part on where you're talking about a state highway, a very, very busy part of our whole region's infrastructure, with thousands of cars every day going on it, and absolutely no sidewalk to speak of. Needed to connect to the rest of these fitness trails, and it would take just a little quick bridge over from one part to the other to complete that. And it went next to a very low he hardly used, like the front side of the strip mall and the back side are offices, and the offices who are in the lower part of this were super concerned that teenagers were going to hang out and would vandalize the offices. I have never once seen a teenager do anything on this bridge. Like, it's
I think I've seen 3 people on this bridge ever.
like it's used by cyclists and runners,
Yeah.
but they
And
stopped,
teenagers.
they stopped the development of the bridge for about 10 years because they seriously were concerned that teenagers were going to
Use it.
do things
On the bridge.
on the bridge
Yeah.
that might see their offices and want to break into them because teenagers just
Really
break
love
in-
office supplies.
really love breaking into offices.
You know, staplers and
Is that why you won't
Sticky
let
notes.
us in the
Yeah,
office
especially
on the
sticky notes.
first floor?
Maybe.
So you
Yeah.
can't steal their stapler.
Well, now I'm stealing it.
That's been my weekly real life story for everyone. It seems like every week I tell some random anecdote.
well, that's
from the
good.
real
So
life
what's in
world.
this classroom?
In this classroom, there's a series of desks that will be where the students sit. And there's a desk in the center of the room that seems to be a little bit more for a permanent situation. This is where the instructor would be.
So are these desks that kind of have like an opening you can put books and stuff underneath,
gum.
or are they? Or are
It's
they
full of
just
nothing
like
but
a
gum at
flat
this point.
surface?
There's a little spot to slide some things into.
Well,
Why don't we check through the room?
yeah, investigate the whole room. You're the best investigator, right?
Technically speaking.
Okay, I will assist you.
Okay. And I'll guidance myself. Double ones.
No.
Double ones. But I got a 4 on my guidance.
That's
for
really unfortunate.
a total of 8.
You
I'm the
Fine.
best investigator.
Find gum.
This is room with
You are
I'm gonna
Hercule
be-
Poirot of Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm gonna be a better investigator and turn into one of those bat guys that we saw the statue of.
Oh,
The bat can.
yep. It took me a second to.
So that I can be Batman and be the greatest detective.
All right.
So what
Unfortunately,
did,
just
what
turned
did
into-
Zoria fail to find in this room?
You don't know what she failed to find, but she did find more gum.
Uh-huh.
There is another pack of gum partially used,
Ooh.
but still with wrappers. There's a gum.
it still has flavor, I think.
Yes, it does.
Wow.
It's been, I don't know, about 15, 20 minutes now. Yeah, it's still going.
You want to keep the gum
Don't smell.
packet, or should I
Sure.
carry it?
I mean, you can just
We
try
can
the gum.
Keep it all together.
Okay. No, I'll just hold
Why
all
am I the
gum.
only one chewing gum?
Because you're the only one getting paid to do it.
Captain, eat some gum with me.
Don't swallow it.
Is it good?
I don't know.
I'll give you a stick of. I give you a stick of gum, just randomly colored. It's got stripes.
Has a cool ass.
Smells fruity. Well, good.
It's good gum.
Is there anything else in the classroom?
I'm not that I know.
Just an ARMS video transit.
No ARMS.
ARMS.
We're doing an ARMS video.
Okay, let's go across the hall.
You go across the hall. Look in this classroom.
Yes.
Soria does better because it could hardly do worse.
Are you going from bad boy to
Could
Batman?
have rolled another.
Investigation
could have rolled a one
skills.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Batman for this and channel that detective energy.
All right. When you enter this room, it is another classroom. Nothing really surprising there.
It would be surprising if there were no gum.
And do you want to look around in this one as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We've been searching every single room we've been in since the beginning, so.
Okay. Go ahead. and
Are you
investigate.
assisting?
Oh, of course. I will continue to assist.
21.
It is a similar layout, although longer. There is an instructor's desk in the middle of this room. And as you look about, you find a couple of scrap pieces of paper that have been crumpled up, forgotten. There's a very well moth-eaten, what appears to be a shirt, sort of tattered apart at this point, and an incredibly detailed lesson plan. You can't, of course, read what the lesson plan is, but it's this very thick binder with lots of notes to it, and even drawings and illustrations to use with this class. So
What do the illustrations look like?
they have... I'm trying to think of how best to describe this. You ever seen those like sort of conical black hole diagrams of like the gravity well of a black hole kind of thing? Yeah, there's stuff that looks similar to that on this, with arcs going in and what you can understand to be equations using symbols that you don't recognize, although
I do recognize numbers.
you do recognize the numbers. But there are other symbols within you sort of figure out our equations.
So do you carry it and take it?
Yeah, we'll take it.
All right. Next room down.
Yeah, we'll head south.
Okay.
Same side.
Same side, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do the east side.
Which is probably another classroom.
Yes.
Picking up a pattern.
Yeah,
It is another classroom.
it's happened 3 times.
You find these rooms frightening.
No, I've never been in one.
Just seen them.
Spearing from outside, laughing at occupants.
Yeah, was this where bad children get sent?
No, this is where all children get sent.
Oh, we were
But
not.
all children are bad, so. So yes,
So you never went to one of these?
I tried.
Who tried?
Parents,
Who are your parents?
people that birthed me.
No, I mean, what are their names? Give me your backstory. Tragic.
Well, they're 7 and 8. Obviously, I was not.
Is that true?
What you investigating?
Oh, we were opening the
Oh,
door.
but this is far more interesting.
So your
I
parents,
am way more invested in this.
do you have any siblings?
Yes, of course I have siblings.
What are they named?
There's too many to count. It changes so frequently.
What do you mean?
So your siblings are named too many to count?
Let's go with that.
All of them?
There's 2, there's many, there's
I'm going
2, and there's count.
I'm going to insight check this. 26.
I don't think my
Deception.
deception of 9 is gonna.
No, it is.
So you were trying to deceive us.
Yes.
He's telling the truth.
I will refer to your siblings then as too many to count.
When we meet them, because we're going to go visit your family.
Don't need to visit my family.
Why we're visiting his family?
Why? Why did you?
The door. I'm going through it
Why
now.
did you leave home?
I haven't inside to the learning room. I'm learning so much about your culture. So this is your potential quest line.
Technically, this is sort of my culture adjacent.
That's
Adjacent.
close enough.
I mean, the city was built by someone who left our tribes like thousands of years ago. So it's like an offshoot of it.
But they had gum. A lot.
Yeah, we didn't have gum back home, right?
No, you did not have gum.
Yeah, we didn't have gum.
Oh, so it's something that like faded away in your.
Yeah, it's like a degeneracy that formed in there.
Certainly not that you just didn't have the resources to make gum.
No.
No.
You need the resources and the desire,
Yeah.
and they lack the fire.
Who needs to chew gum for a good time when you can tip marshoxes that are asleep like cool kids?
You try and pass on them too.
No, that's the first time I've seen this.
I like the idea of Soria just running around in the marshlands, shoving large marshogs over,
Yeah,
While
while
they
they're
sleep.
sleeping.
being a peevish little shit.
I didn't. My brothers did.
She did two things: tip marsh axes and hung out at bridges near small businesses.
Those are my two favorite activities as a teen.
One time, you built this bridge next to a small business so you can hang out and watch.
Is there anything in this room?
Yeah.
Just amazing
You guys
anecdotes.
haven't been interested in it yet.
Nines is very interested in ending this conversation.
I rolled a 17. To
17.
investigate.
In this room, you find several textbooks that are falling apart. Nothing is legible in them anymore. The spines are collapsing. Usual layout otherwise.
I don't need to keep ones if they're completely.
If you can't make any sense of them at all.
You want a book?
No,
Okay.
I do not want to check that out.
Which room are we going to next?
Across the hall.
Across the hall.
Okay. Go ahead and make a check.
Is it another classroom?
Yes. Unless, I mean, they're all classrooms up here. I don't really need to be that cagey about this.
15.
As you look around this room, you find a couple of those wood coins that you've seen.
Ooh. How many?
You gain... You gain 10.
I really hope these are going to be useful later.
Yeah, otherwise, why the hell would I be giving you all these little wooden and crystal and metal coins?
Get our
Alright.
hopes up.
Nothing else in here out of the ordinary?
This is the smallest classroom you've been in.
What room now?
South and on the same side of the corridor, the west side.
So just directly south.
Yeah.
Go ahead and investigate.
How many more rooms are there?
We've searched.
There are
for-
6 more, including the one you're searching now.
Rolling with advantage, I got a nat 20 and a nat 1.
Take the 20.
I'll take the 20 for a total of 24.
Okay. As you look around this room, it has the most clutter of the rooms that you've come through so far. There are a smattering of loose papers in the instructor's desk in the center of the room. They don't seem to be connected. They're just all loose, scattered about. Some writing is still visible, but not much. You do, however, find another disc. Like the one that you had seen in the desk in the lobby below.
So we have two
I
now.
have 2 discs.
I'm going to compare the two. Do they look like the same? You said they had like holes in them. Are they in the same, like, are they the same holes? Like if I line them up next to each other? Okay, so
No,
they're
they are
something
different.
I'm going to take both discs quickly and trace them in my book. With, like the holes and everything.
Oh, okay, I was like, they're just discs.
So I make
wanna-
the circle, but so I have like the patterns recorded in my book.
I understand now. All right, you do so. You've got, basically a pressing, a rubbing.
Yeah. Next room,
That's all that's in here.
That's all that's in here.
Across the hall.
across the hall.
Okay, go ahead.
14.
You walk over to the edge of this room as the layout here is slightly different. The tables are put up against the edges of the room. And the instructor's desk is much smaller and in one of the corners. You walk over to investigate some of the things that make this different. There is this odd sort of rack on the far side of the room. There's a whole bunch of... Do you drop your die? Get your die. Behind you. There are, just like in all the other rooms, a bunch of windows across, and one of them is open.
You should jump out this window.
Why?
Bold.
This is what, like on the 2nd story of the
Yeah.
Yeah, you're about 15 feet up here.
I look out the window.
No. I don't make them jump.
You look out onto other buildings and a narrow part of the courtyard below.
Both of them, do you see ominous figure in the distance?
Yes,
Yes.
it's a very ominous figure.
An ominous figure looking at me from the window across the way. It must be the rear window.
I don't think ominous figure should be watching us.
Is there actually an ominous?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why we're asking.
But there's no ominous figure.
If there is, I
Was
was told
there?
that there was an ominous figure.
No.
And now it's gone?
Maybe.
What's a Sturm Grimmy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
In the
I missed-
distance, you
I
hear
missed Sturm Grimmy.
Bloosh.
So, is there anything else in this classroom to find other than an open window?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
14.
You see something low and dark, darting quickly out the door.
Out the door into the corridor.
Yes.
That we were in?
Yes.
Well, you say you didn't see anything ominous, so it's probably friendly.
I don't know if we're pursue it, I guess. We all saw it, or did just Ulsa see it?
Ulseth is the one who noticed him.
I saw a low to the ground dark figure darts through the door into the hallway.
You just told me you did not see ominous figure.
Not out the window.
We will. Come on. Ulsa, Captain, go first.
Well, you pay me.
How's that gum?
Okay.
Always on the ball here.
Really good gum.
Go.
Oh, sorry. He darts out into the hallway.
Anything there?
Hallway. One of the doors is open.
Which door?
Down towards the end of the hall, on the right side.
Do we go check that out?
Let's go check it out. Joseph, go first.
Captain, you go first. I will follow.
I already am at first.
Well, then, continue.
Fine.
Run home.
I like that your strategy is, there's the non-player character. If something happens, let's make sure they die, is the strategy
Yeah.
that you're employing.
We're hoping he has plot armor.
So this is down at the.
Southern end.
We're skipping past 2 closed doors here.
Yes, you're skipping past 2 closed doors.
And we're down at the end of the hall on the east side of the west side.
This one is on the west side.
Okay.
And the door is ajar. Do you want to go in?
I'll pick up the jar.
Yep.
Go ahead, Olsef.
I follow the captain into the room.
You saw it.
All right. You enter into the room. This particular one is very very overgrown. There's a lot of plant life that snuck in through yet another open window.
If I knew what these things were, I would say this was a biology lab.
And there's a lot more mess in here, a lot more like leaf, just rotting leaves and dirt and other things like that. Some nests of animals are visible, small ones.
Definitely a biology lab.
Oh, the plants are coming in through the window, you said?
Hmm?
Are they like fey plants?
No, they're like plants from the jungle
Okay.
that surround the city.
Do you see anything? I'll look around for dark
Perception check.
movement.
All right.
Got nat 1.
Wait.
Nines, you're pretty sure that there's nothing that you're pretty sure that Ulseth was imagining something.
Well, so why are you imagining things?
I do not know. I see a 6.
Ulseth is beginning to question what he saw.
21.
You catch 2 eyes glinting back at you, nestled inside of a bunch of foliage rubbish.
Hello.
Slowly,
What? Oh, be polite, right?
slowly,
what is
a
it that you see,
large,
Joy?
That.
dark panther pulls its way out of this pile of leaves and twigs and things.
I'll take a step behind the captain.
I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to protect you from that.
Do I notice him now?
Yes, now you do.
Me too?
Yes, you both noticed the large dark panther.
Cool, Seth.
There is-
There's a thing there.
There is a thing, yes. It looks like a big U.
That doesn't look like it.
That looks like a normal size me.
That's not a sheep.
Nope.
I can't speak with animal.
Okay.
It's about the same size as me.
Why do I understand you?
Magic. Because I need to know, do you think we're about the same size?
No, I am much larger.
Yeah, but are you taking into account that I'm on my hind legs?
Yes.
Do you think they're good at math? I don't...
No, not know. What are they saying?
I am very good at raising up my opponents.
Oh, that's a great skill to have.
Yes.
Hey, have you seen like this big guy, kind of a dick? We're trying to kill him. Or sell to get bribed by him?
You're trying to get back by him. We're trying to kill him. Or capture
Yes,
him.
well, she's super vicious and wants to murder things, so she's at the top of the list.
What did you say?
I just talked about how you have to murder everyone.
No.
from behind you, you hear the door close, and there's another panther.
You can't keep a panther
That-
inside a room. They're too smart.
I know.
They can
Those are velociraptors.
Oh,
As the other panther has sort of brushed up against it and forced it close.
I thought all the doors here were like.
These are like hinged
Sure.
ones.
Oh, okay.
That's like the ones that you. It's on the safe room, the repository down the lower level,
Oh, okay.
and the sort of office area here. Their doors, they've all been open.
I see.
I move toward the door slowly and say, "You who are panthers, we do not wish to disturb you. We would like to leave your room."
But such tasty meals really walk into our spaces. Yes, we are hungry.
well, if you really should have taken a shower, because if you weren't clean, you probably wouldn't be as appetizing, because they seem like they really want to eat you.
What is it they are saying?
Well, they're hungry.
Ah,
But aren't we all?
well, you who are panthers,
We have some gum.
They can't bite us if they're chewing gum.
if you are hungry, we can offer you food.
What can this one offer us?
Oh, sorry, what kind of food do you have?
I got all sorts of stuff.
Oregano.
Oregano. I think I still have some. I have a bunch of smoked fish. I think. What were some of those fish we caught? I think I have some of that like big fish that you caught that one time.
Big fish. It's just big fish.
But I have some crab jerky left. I think.
We want them to be our friend.
Well, what do panthers eat?
Fish. You compare it with Chate de ethanol.
Did you just offer to make a wine pairing with Chateau de Ethanol?
With my bagfish.
Yes. Chate
Bag-
de ethanol and
Bag
bagfish.
fish and gas wine.
Yeah.
It'd be rude not to offer them a drink with it.
So you who are panthers, we are offering you this fish and fine beverage. Or beverage, at least.
You are fish. We like fish.
Do they like the fish?
Well, if I say no, that means more fish for me.
So they said yes.
Yeah, they like fish.
Okay.
You who are Zoria, they say they would like some fish.
That's right, give them some fish.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
Do it.
Calm down.
Why not before you kill them?
Now I'm getting stage fright.
Why don't we just take your fish and then eat you as well?
Because we have lots of fish. We have like 2 Sorias worth of fish.
What? I think we should take it and take you. Yes, I like that idea. Just eat them. And then eat them.
Do you have anything else to offer? They seem to. Well, actually, you can get the fish out. It's in magic bag. And if you eat us, you can't get in the bag.
So the deal you are offering us is to not eat you and we eat the fish.
What do you guys think?
They're sort
They
of
get fish,
circling
they don't
around
eat us, though.
now.
That sounds good. I would like to not be eaten.
Is there any sort? How much fish do they need?
How much fish you need?
We like fish. We would like many fish.
They say many.
What's that in metric?
At least 3.
I'll just dump out a bunch of smoked fish.
You who are panthers, do you like gum?
What is gum?
What did they say?
They said no. They don't like gum.
Okay.
No, we asked what gum is.
Oh my God, you don't like gum.
Well, why don't we like gum?
Because you're scar.
Just tell them it's the stuff that's stuck everywhere.
Oh, you see underneath desk?
Yes.
It's that stuff.
You have sticky balls.
Can't discuss that on this channel.
I don't better to describe gum.
What is it that they were saying about the gum?
I call it sticky ball.
Did they like it?
Do you like it?
It is so different. We collect it. And the apparent female, a panther, kind of goes into what you've come to understand is their nest, and pulls out with her teeth very gently a very large amalgamation of gum.
Here's a packet that says for science on it.
And she starts batting at it,
I think biology counts.
and then it gets stuck on her, and
Aren't you
she
concerned
kind of like
about?
jumps around.
Aren't you concerned that they've been saying they collect this stuff and there's still so much gum in this school?
Yes, I'm concerned about the sheer amount of gum in my people's bill. In my people's city.
You who are
I'm trying to move past it.
everybody edged toward the door.
Here,
How much gum to trade, but
here's the packet.
I do have something you might like. And I pull out a piece of string. But you can't kill us. Then maybe help us kill that one guy that she wants to murder.
Which thing are you talking about killing?
The thing you want to kill.
I turn into Berkelian. Please don't kill him, though. Capture him. I turn out Berkelian.
The one stinks of sickness. Of who does?
This is.
You don't smell good.
He doesn't smell good.
No.
You should have used the shower.
That's a good point. We can show him to shower after we kill him.
Yeah. So,
Because we'd like you to kill him in exchange. He gets fish. And string.
If we see him, we shall kill him.
It's we deal. Here's string.
And they both jump after it, and they're kind of just tumbling over. It's kind of, these are panthers. They're hundreds of pounds, and they're sort of rolling over each other, tossing this little bit
Just
of
kidding.
string up.
I'm stuck on them all over.
Right now I have to remove string from.
The longer that you've been in contact with them, the more that you notice that there's little bits of gum just sort of embedded in their fur.
let's leave.
Disc.
You don't get a response. They're way too distracted by string right now.
Let's leave and close the door.
Yeah, I back out and close the door. There's 9s in there.
I let Nines out and then close the door.
I just scratch at the door.
Did anyone else notice that they were covered in gum?
I'm trying not to think about the gum.
What about giant gumball?
I hope this isn't insensitive, but is from where you come from,
Uh-huh.
does your culture have a great love of gum?
This is my first time seeing gum.
Why is there so much gum here?
And maybe there's a lot of gum trees?
That where it comes from?
No.
I'm not sure. I'm a bit disturbed by the sheer quantity. Also, that the flavor is still in this stick.
It's good gum.
Probably the best gum I've ever had.
This is the only gum I've ever have. I
better-
can only imagine every gum after this will be sorely disappointing.
That's probably true. We've been chewing this for about a half hour now, and it's not lost any bit of flavor.
Because I'm glad you're keeping so good track of time.
You have to when you're chewing gum. You need to know how many mastications per minute. Call it an MPM.
I open the next door
Across the hall,
and leave this conversation.
I go in and assist in the investigation.
We're just gonna chill out in the hall chewing gum. Is there a bridge nearby?
Not that you know of.
Ooh, an edge die. That's good luck.
13.
Okay.
Ooh, 13. That's good luck.
In this room, you find a similar sort of lesson plan to the one that you had found before, except this one is smaller. It doesn't seem to deal with mathematics and is less detailed and organized.
Okay, anything else? Just that?
No, that's the only thing of interest you find in here.
Okay, there's 2 rooms left. Just to our north.
Thus far in these rooms, you have found a disc, 2 lesson plans, along with some coins, yes?
And some books that are falling apart that aren't worth taking.
And
Yeah.
10 wood coins.
Yep.
All right.
Next room?
You want to look on the east or the west?
Whatever.
West.
Next room.
West room.
Okay.
15.
What you find in this room are, well, how best to describe this? I think you find essentially a bunch of, like, the walls here are blackboards, not,
Okay.
and they're
You want to upgrade to the whiteboards?
no, and they're
Living in the past is ancient society.
they're covered with bits of the local language you've come to recognize. Little lines and numbered marks next to different, you'd think might be singular words. The decor in this room seems to be made for younger individuals. The desks are a bit smaller. And you find a couple notes here.
Anything else?
You do find a bright bottle of liquid. Inside, the liquid is almost like a candy blue color. It has the same sort of viscosity as like an olive oil.
Is it labeled?
No.
Well, there is 1 room left.
Do you want this bottle?
I will carry the bottle.
Just put it in your front pocket.
It's a top pocket
Your
fine.
kangaroo pot?
Do you have any idea what he's talking about? You are...
Someone who asked us the Curse of Oak Island on the History Channel.
Yeah, I was gonna try to come up with a slightly more clever way of saying that, but you watch The Curse of Oak Island.
It is not quite a no, I will not say that.
And if you don't get that and haven't watched that show,
Did it look like a magic potion at all? Just from my experience with magic potions and my proficiency with herbalism.
it looks a little bit like a potion, but I mean, There's some parts of it that you've never seen a potion that looks quite like this. This sort of candy blue color. You haven't seen a potion that looks like that.
With raspberries syrup. Probably.
Everybody's machine in the kitchen.
Could be.
Last room, I think, right? Okay. 15.
In this room, you open it up, and there are small pods of desks all faced towards each other. The instructor has a very small desk in this room. And
Is it bolted down?
no, all of these things seem to be movable.
I'm sorry, you want a desk?
Why?
You can write yourself down in it.
Why are we whispering?
So Olsef doesn't hear us.
Oh, okay. Also, do you want a desk?
Why would I need a desk?
I don't know. No, I don't want a desk.
Why are you whispering?
No, Nines doesn't hear us.
Why do we not want Nines to hear us?
He's impulsive and weird.
Nines, do you want a desk?
A little bit.
What?
Why are you whispering?
So the captain, whose name is anything we like, does not hear us.
What?
We're talking about stealing a desk.
Oh, all right.
Your
on.
desk.
Would you like a desk?
Oh no, I have a very nice desk.
Is it nicer than this desk?
Much.
Does it have gum on
The
it?
captain's desk later.
No, mine
Okay.
just doesn't have any gum. Although you do see him taking a small knife and he's scraping some gum off the inside of the desk.
Are you planning to sell that?
No, I was going to leave it for our feline friends.
We notice him pocketing it.
Make a perception check.
7. Wait.
You don't see him doing anything like that.
28.
You definitely see him pocketing a couple pieces. Not every piece, but one out of every 3.
We begin to ignore the desk. And
So,
what else is
the
in
thing
there?
I'm most confused about with all the gum everywhere is that if the flavor never goes away, why do I keep getting new pieces? Like, that's really starting to bother me.
Maybe they just get different flavors.
But, like, why are you sticking them under the... Can't you just go back to the same piece when you want the other flavor?
No, it's used.
I mean, maybe
It's like-
that's where they store them.
There must be some mystery about the gum culture.
I'm just very...
not just-
I'm just very upset about it.
Maybe in this culture, you just it's like countless numbers of different flavors. So you, when you're done with that flavor, you stick it underneath a surface, grab a new one, and just keep walking.
Like a
People are
kid-
just constantly swapping.
Sounds like socialism.
It sounds more like a disgusting gum swap.
Yeah, socialism.
Is there anything else in this room?
Did I find anything?
You do find another bottle with some liquid in it. This time the liquid is sort of cloudy white.
So,
What's the consistency?
This is a bit more like heavy cream.
Does it look magic, like a potion, or is it just like really old milk?
Well, it doesn't look like milk.
Okay.
You don't think it's a magical potion? You get the sense this might be some sort of drink.
Here you go.
I will carry it. We will have the captain try this later.
Yeah, sure. He's scraping it now. He's giving up all pretense. He's just scraping it. Come on. Like putting it in his pocket.
Okay.
That's the
Right, you
last
two
thing.
haven't started.
I'm done with the gum part of
With
my...
your culture.
I'm aware.
Let's try gum.
Okay. Did we check everywhere up here now? I forget.
You did, yeah.
Okay. Let's try this other disc at the office downstairs.
The one that did not work before.
We have
The one, the new
The
disc.
one that you
Yes.
didn't blow up.
Yeah, well, the office
Yeah, the one where the disc
Yeah.
didn't work.
with the window.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we will try that.
You head back downstairs toward the door.
Roll 19 on that one.
Yeah. It's a lot easier going down than up. You put the disc in the door. It spins up, begins to whir. You hear some clicking, and then and it ejects the disc back out towards you.
There were other slots, were there not?
We've seen 2 other slots.
Let us. Well, if we have explored everything here,
Because there's the one by the cage, right? And then there was one way back,
way at the when we
like
first
a
started.
whole week ago almost.
Yeah. Let us go back to the cages. Those looked like to be valuable things.
Yeah, there were boxes.
Was there any markings on the slot area that kind of correspond with? Okay.
No, there are no markings. It was smooth around that.
Alright.
We'll go back to the cage
cage
room where
room.
Zoria was a squirrel.
Okay.
And we're gonna try that
Travel
whole thing
further
again.
down into the underground area. Traverse to the end of that hallway, and then find yourself back in the repository.
Shall I use one of the discs, or do you wish to be a squirrel?
Can't unless we wait an hour.
Well, I will put the one we just found into the slots.
Alright.
Okay. So you put the second of the 2 that you found.
Into the slot.
Spins up. Ding. Ejects the disc and the door pops open.
Ah,
Oh.
I
Let
get
us
to the
go.
nearest empty box.
You what?
I get into the nearest empty box.
You get into the nearest empty box.
Yes, now I can access the box.
Climb inside.
So you've just been eyeing a box.
I certainly wasn't helping.
All right, you rush off into the storage areas here, and you find an empty box and climb inside it.
I'm gonna be searching the room. Do you want to help?
I will assist. We will search every nook and cranny box and firkin, even.
Guidance.
Especially,
that was the
especially the firkin.
Well, Nine to search the box for you. He found himself in it.
Let's look at the
We
firkin.
found
first.
greatest treasure of all, friendship.
With yourself?
Yes. Why would you be friends with anyone else?
Why would anyone want to else be friends with?
I've already reached top of bell curve.
24
Wait,
24.
to search.
You spend quite a bit of time looking through these shelves. There's many of them. You mostly find empty crates, and boxes, lots of dust, little bits of debris scattered throughout.
Detritus.
A great deal of detritus.
Oh, good.
Towards the back of the room, there's a mid-sized box. Fairly nondescript, save for glow emanating from inside of it. It's not super bright. It gives off just a low light.
I open the box.
Inside the box,
what's in the box?
there are a series of crystals. They look a bit like a gypsum crystal. They have all these jagged points to them, and they're a bit cloudy. There's a lot of inclusions with these crystals. They're not finished. They're not cut. Not polished. Several of them are cracked. Several more are completely shattered, but one remains intact. And doesn't seem to have any damage to it. It's also emitting a low glow. The others sort of blip on and off. And they emit occasionally a very low level of light.
Can I find pieces that will fit together to form a complete crystal? Like one that might have been broken only into maybe 2 pieces, or 3.
There's a couple like that, yeah. Where it looks like you have all the pieces.
I try to assemble one.
I mean, yeah, like a jigsaw puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
They go together and slide up nicely. Other than placing them together, nothing really seems to happen.
Yeah. They still just blip.
Yeah, there wasn't like a magical kind of repair that happened or anything.
We're sticking gum in there to keep it together. Here.
I stick it together with the gum.
You now have a sticky crystal with gum.
That'd work.
The pieces are being held in place.
Well,
Would you like to have your gum back? It did not seem to do anything.
I'll take a little piece.
Oh. Is there anything in the firkin?
There's nothing in the firkin, save for a couple dust bunnies.
Can we eat them?
no.
Gloria,
What?
will you carry this firkin in your bag, please?
Why?
The firkin with dust bunnies.
Okay. You have to write it down in your inventory, though.
Okay.
Firkin plus dust bunny.
Did you name the dust bunnies?
Not yet.
All right.
Then one fur and the other one
I will
can.
take all the crystals.
All right, you take all the crystals.
Was there anything else in here that we found?
It's me, Nines.
Oh, hi, Nines.
There's nothing of particular interest other than these crystals.
Rude.
There are a couple of ruined textbooks.
Are they legible?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay, well then we have 1 disc left and there's a slot.
Yeah, so we should use it, right?
Let's go to the other slot.
So that we have to go back past the tree,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like that judge room.
Yes, it was where the blind
The blind audition room.
was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You head back there,
Mm-hmm.
and you insert the first disc you found in there.
Yes.
Spins up. It's ejected. Nothing seems to have happened.
This didn't go to the office either, right?
No, we couldn't get into the office.
Okay. Is there anywhere we haven't been other than up on the city?
No, I don't think so. We could look at the map again that we have been drawing carefully as we've been exploring.
Digitally?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we haven't been to the keep yet. The keep lit up, remember?
Yeah, but the corridor had collapsed or something. There was something wrong. We could not go that way.
Well, we didn't go to it on the surface,
Well,
right? Since it lit up.
mm-hmm. Explore this room again. Is there anything in it? I go up on the little stage thing.
Was there a stage thing?
There was a little raised area.
Nines, do you want to perform on the stage?
No.
Okay.
It's a very small stage. You could do another little ditty.
Well, I could do one smaller than the last one.
You could.
All right, like 3 notes.
Yeah.
The big red white ones. Nope, start over. No. Wait, that was 3, I'm done. Where's my copper?
We didn't promise you any money.
You who are captain.
I am giving a review for this place.
1 star. Would not play there again.
Okay, well, I guess let's go out in the corridor.
And look around, I guess.
When you head out into the corridor, the blockage that had been in the tunnel before is no longer there. And
Oh, where's that? Wait.
Where did the blockage go?
Was that where Brocalion dropped the ceiling?
no.
Okay.
I'll pull this back up. You all are
And that little T thing.
Yeah, Thor's hammer.
there.
What makes
I'm showing
that
the
Thor's
curtain.
hammer and not just a regular
Yeah.
hammer?
You all are in here. That's where you guys are right now. And now that is no longer there.
Oh, it's there instead.
Yeah. Not showing this. And like many things,
That looks really.
with these maps, they are not necessarily the literal space that you are in, but representative.
This looks very complicated and messy. Do you know what to make of this?
No, I never did just walk in there.
Inside the space it's incredibly dark. And what you actually see in there is a long, thin fan. It's over a huge, dark gap. The room surrounding you is this thin mist that seems impenetrable. It's always just far enough away where you can't get any sort of definition. But on the edges of your vision, you see huge shapes swirling and forming and disappearing. Massive surfaces, platforms, quickly moving by. There's hardly any light just outside. There's a large platform in the center of this room, circular.
Is that moving too?
No,
That's good.
the span you are crossing connects to it. And in the middle, there's a single pedestal that rises up from out of the center. Has a small depression at the top. The central platform, as well as the pedestal, remind you of deep, dark, black obsidian. What light there is, you cannot tell the source of, and it seems to reflect off of this glassy surface. As you take some steps into the room and then reach the platform, you turn around to see that the span you crossed is no longer there, and the entrances you had seen have also disappeared into the mists. A booming voice sounds in the room, speaking words that you don't understand. And that is where we will end today's session.
Thanks. What did you do?
I broke this room.
Well, I hope you all
Well,
had a good time playing that session. We'll
got to
find out.
see a flying squirrel.
I got to save us from Panthers.
You
I'm
did. You
just
saved us
ready.
from Panthers.
I'm just ready to get past the gum.
And we'll see if you all die.
Oh, good. What does that mean?
Of gum disease.
Oh. Oh.
Will you make it stop?
Nines just jumps off of the side.
Bye.
You hit a wad of gum and bounced back.
Bouncy.
They don't have yoga mats, they just have gum rolls.
There's gonna be a gum golem at some
Oh
point.
my god.
You swing your sword into it and it just gets stuck and like pulls out. this long, sticky strand that never seems to break no matter how far away you go from it.
Are we gonna get a one shot in Candyland?
You're in it.
Oh,
I mean, a one shot. Really, like every campaign is a one shot, unless you reuse the character in a whole nother setting.
and that setting is Candyland.
Well, we'll find out what happens to them next week if they make it out of the gum dungeon and past the licorice fields.
I don't like this timeline.
Nobody likes this time.
I don't know.
We hope that you all stay safe out there and take care of yourselves. This is our first session back after a couple weeks off around the holidays. So it was nice to get back into the swing of things. We'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.